ahoy, and g'day once again to ye mateys! I be your, fancy and fighting DM Josh the Pirate, and I be joined by my wonderful wife Keren, the Mother of Bunnies, for another, what do we call this? It's not a Tactics Tuesday, this would be a Josh and Keren review.
Roll Table Tuesday.
Roll Table for Tuesday? I quite like that. Roll Table for Tuesday.
Yeah.
There it is. That's the one.
That's the thing now.
Welcome back to Roll Table for Tuesday! Whee!
A thing that we definitely thought of before we hit
very
start
clever.
Streaming. Yes, we're very clever and prepared. Also, I made cookies today and ate too many of them.
I also did. I didn't make cookies, but I ate a lot of them. We have just been followed by Fights and Fancy. These, I've never heard of them before. Very cool people by the sound of it. Yeah, jealous, want cookies. Well, Ellie B, you live in the wrong state. Sorry, that was
Maybe if you lived in Perth, you could have a cookie. Or hey, should I show them the cookie?
Don't do that. That's mean. Good cookies. Good cookies. Not for long. Oh, really? You're coming back?
Oh.
Good. We missed you.
I'll put this aside.
We actually get...
Though actually, I've been rewatching Final Space recently, and honestly, these ones kind of look like
they do look like Final Space cookies. Yeah. So, Fights and Fancy are what we're fighting with work to let me go back. Good. Because we should once again be one of us. So Ellie B will be actually joining us next Thursday for our Humblewood 3rd anniversary. That's very cool. But yeah, today we're going to be playing some Roll Table for Tuesday by the wonderful Fights and Fancy. So Fights and Fancy, thank you very much for the follow, you bloody champions. Avast, mateys, you wee scallywags.
We are much enjoying the game so far. I have won a drinking game.
Yes.
Something I could never achieve in real life, therefore fulfilling all my D&D related fantasies.
Next, I believe we had it 4 pints.
Yes, I drank 4 large pints and defeated what's-her-face.
Yeah.
Something the inebriated.
It'll say in the book. We could
it will,
look.
yeah. Go look it up. What was her name? It was funny. It made me chuckle.
Ella, I think. I want to say.
No, go past that. There's a thing after that.
Drinking contest. Essa. Essa's loot table. She did Essa the Iron Gut.
That's it. It was
Essa
a good name. Essa the Iron Gut. Apparently my fantasy gut is way more robust than my real world gut, where I am 2 drinks and it's up to Betty Buys for me.
So yeah, today we will be, last week we built the characters. I will be playing Fras Perella, a fighter. With a gardener origin, because that's fun.
Because you got a cool talent with it, so why the heck not, right?
Sassa of the Titanium Gut. Yes, that is definitely Sassa's name.
God, I wish I could export the titanium gut to the real world. That'd be so
Or even just a normal gut.
Just a normal one would be good.
Make me a cuppa just gave us a follow as well, you bloody champion. Avast, matey, you wee scallywag.
You wouldn't happen to be a parrot by any chance, would you?
That's a very specific reference.
Lots of parrots say want a cup of tea. It's
Do
not
they?
just my parents, is it? That is the thing people teach birds to say is, want a cup of tea?
Never heard of that, ever.
Apart from my parents.
Yeah.
We didn't even teach him. He came with that pre-installed.
Yeah. Which is why they kept him, because what are you going to do when you get a parrot show up in your garden that can say, want a cup of tea? You don't go on a community notice board saying, hey, this parrot showed up and it's not ours. Can someone come and get your parrot?
I remember my parents when we were trying to find who owned it, because we're like, someone has to own this parrot. It talks. And they didn't just want to put a sign up saying, hey, found one talking parrot, because they're like, every man and his dog's going to be like, oh, I want the talking parrot.
It's definitely mine. Look at the things that I own that are its.
Yeah. So they made more discreet inquiries, but never actually found who was supposed to own it.
So 20-odd years on, they still have Cocky. Oscar, yeah. Oscar, the talking parrot, who says, want a cup of tea, and about nothing else.
And Scratch It.
Hello? Oh, does he say Scratch It?
He says, hello, want a cup of tea? Scratch it, scratch it.
There was a bloke
and dance
painting...
Cocky.
Dance, cocky dance. Yeah, he's good at that.
And he'll bounce up and down as well.
Yeah, he does dance. He's also violent.
Oh yeah, you cannot touch him. He will bite your fingers off.
But we were staying with them when we first came back from the UK, and your mum was having the outside of the house painted.
Oh yes, that's
and
right.
I was sleeping in one morning, and the dude kept answering. So for about 2 hours, I was just assailed with the bird about once every 30 seconds, saying, "Want a cup of tea?" And the bloke saying, "No, thank you, I'm good." Every fucking time, like just politely declining the bird's non-genuine offer of a cup of tea. Because little did he know, the bird cannot actually provide the cup of tea. And I'm just like, can we not? Admittedly, it was like midday by the time I got up, and I was like, can you not? Shut up! It is fabulous. Look, it's fine.
He's very destructive. Dad makes him things to destroy.
So yeah,
other than our fingers.
These are the character sheets that come with it, and it's a DMless game, which I love. Because it means I get to play. And you kind of take it in turns to play the NPCs.
Yes. So you played Essa the Iron Gut, so I get to play whoever sucks.
Yes. I also played the bartender.
Yes, so it really is overdue to be my turn to be the NPCs. What the hell?
Yeah. Weirdest parrot encounter the Lords ever had was a pair of roosting white cockatoos in a Roman Catholic cemetery in Kensal Green in London. Amazing. Why was it weird?
Yeah, what were they
What
doing?
was weird about it?
Weird.
Other than just white cockatoos roosting in a cemetery.
Because white cockatoos aren't native to England, are they?
Is that what's weird? Because I don't think so. They're a very Aussie thing, really.
Oh, so
that they live there. Yeah,
so many white cockatoos.
Yeah. My mum hit one with the car once.
Oof. Yeah, they're not. They
and
don't
she was like, "Did I hit it? Did I hit it?" And when I look in the rearview mirror and see this puff of white feathers, and I go, "No, you're good. It was fine. I saw it fly away." And then she was like, "Oh, thank goodness," because my mum would not have dealt well with that. The idea of killing an animal, she eats them, but yeah. Later we got out of the car literally like 20 seconds later. This was just around the corner from home, and my brother Joe was like, "Pretty sure we did, dude." I was like, "Shut up." And then about 5 minutes, about like 20 minutes after we got home, I was like, "I might just clean the car." My car, not hers, but I cleaned both cars. Pressure washed the underside. Yeah. And a dead bird.
There's a park near where I grew up.
That was their home. There was a sign not to feed them as they needed to remove them once the chicks hatched.
That's kind of sweet.
Had a talking pinker grey when I was a kid who thought it was human. Anytime it escaped its enclosure, it would wander around the veranda screaming at my sister, "Hayley, who's a pretty boy?"
Honestly, I just love the sheer chaos of any animal that can like talk? In any fashion.
Yeah.
I'm just like, this is great. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh yeah, the neighborhood where I grew up is absolutely lousy with those white cockatoos. If you go down to the park at the right time, it's literally
you can't hear your own thoughts,
and all you can hear is them screeching.
Yeah.
And yeah, there is semi-regularly one smeared on the road because they don't have a very well developed sense of danger, so they're
very tame.
They just go out in front of the cars.
Yeah.
There's so many. Their population number has not declined.
Best tantrum throwing ever is the stomping bird video. It's brilliant. I'll post. Thank you. Excellent. It'll be in the Discord. All right. So Keren, who the heck are you?
Me? Oh yes, I'm Keren.
That's my name.
Known as the Mother of Bunnies. I'm a writer, a performer, internet addict. You can listen to me in the D&D podcast, There Be Dragons. You can follow me on Twitter, because I'm not comment at Mother of Bunnies. Or you can follow my Bella's Called Ego, Miss Lolamore, over on the Instagram. And yeah, I didn't think I really talked about it. Yeah, I'm Sassa, so I'm playing a mage with a scholar origin.
Yeah.
And light magic archetype. Yeah. Which means I have spells, Magic Orb, which is obviously an attack one. Blooming Restraint, which is...
That was it.
Yeah, basically you can grow plants to hold people down.
Entangle.
And yeah, I also have an origin ability, which is Find Weakness, which means I can reduce the guard of my enemy for 3 turns by spotting their weaknesses. And my backstory ability is Fought Side by Side, which means when I'm specifically fighting with Fras,
together, not.
Together. like as in the two of us against someone else, not with each other.
Yeah.
We can expend 3 ability points, and we get advantage for 3 turns. During which we do double damage, and we do 1d6 damage to our opponent, just straight up, because we are that unstoppable together.
We are a force to be reckoned with.
And we're loosely inspired by Cypher and Trevor Belmont in Castlevania, and named after an ingredient in root beer, because we ended up having a chat about root beer when we were making the characters.
Yeah.
So Sassafras.
Sassafras.
Sassafras is an ingredient in root beer. So they're Sassa and Fras.
Yep. Which is also why I am Frasparella, because Sarsaparilla is a replacement for that.
It's a similar drink.
Yeah. Hey, Rusty Tonics. Good to see you, buddy. So yes, ad midame monsieur, Dharma unter Heron and beings of it determined a gender persuasion. I be Josh the Pirate. You can find me here on my channel, Corsairs Cove, where I run D&D and other RPG-related games with my lovely wife, Keren, the Mother of Bunnies, and all of my splendid friends. We've got some fun shit coming up this week. Next, on Thursday, we've got some more Humblewood of Monsters and Magic. The gang, they have just climbed a mountain, and now they're going to go and find themselves the special magical flower.
Magical Winterblossom.
The Winterblossom, with which to save Eric's mum's life. And also possibly the wood, because that's what's riding on Mum's life, apparently. Then, back on Monday evening, more Midnight in Madness. And next Thursday, we have a special guest 3-shot with the wonderful Brendan Ellis in the DM chair, and Ellie will be joining us for that as well. I am still seeking a 4th player, but it would be me, Ellie and Jack Squarepeg. Playing his character Tali from our Candlekeep game, but we're going to we're crossing the streams a little bit.
No, never cross the streams.
How goes the day today, Rusty Tonics? We both had a pretty good day, I would say, actually.
Yeah.
You baked cookies. I wrote emails.
I had a very productive meeting.
You did. I woke up to it. I was like, there's a wife next to me.
Sorry, I had to go have a meeting
no,
about
it's okay.
that writing thing.
I didn't get to sleep until like 5.
I am not shocked by that.
Yeah. I had a shitty evening last night. I mean, I played a really, really cracking game of D&D, but other things happened. And today I will be playing Frasparella, the fighter gardener, who is with the brawler archetype.
It's kind of like barbarian.
Yeah, it's kind of barbarian. This is the thing. It is a little bit. Staggered Swing is dope, which is the ability I've taken for the class archetype, but that's literally the only ability I have from that. So it's brawler in the loosest term. I think of it as just a sort of a style of combat more than. He's not a barbarian. He doesn't enter a rage or anything like that. He's just a slugger. He takes the punch. He doesn't dodge the punch. He's not a knight in armor. He's very. I think I did quite a good job of building a Trevor Belmont, actually, with the exception of the gardener thing, which I can still see because he's got a little bit I took it exclusively for the gardener ability Deadly Nightshade because it's dope, and I was like, I'll make this work. And I can figure it like he was trained in the use of poisons and stuff in his background with his so he learned to nurture a garden and find that sort of stuff in the back. Bulbarian. Yes, that's what I'm calling Druidbarians from now on. Bulbarian. Hedgebarian is also good, but Bulbarian,
Hedgebarian
yes.
would have to be a hedge knight barbarian.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Ellie B, you have advantage. That's very good. Cool. So, basically what you do is you open up, you get your little string-bound book, which I freaking love. Check that out. Can you see it? So cute. You can order them from Fights and Fancy. ! Bath Parella. There you go. Fightsandfancy.co.uk. And you can get digital copies very reasonably priced. And yeah, you're reading the next book.
Yeah, it's my turn.
So today we built the characters, we did a little bit of play last week, and this time we're just gonna play it. Fuck it.
Let's see what happens. So with
and I'm gonna change our music. For Festival Day. This is one of my homebrew.
You've arrived at a festival.
And let's do a little bit of a recap. So last week we created the characters. We decided our backstory, that we fought together side by side, but we haven't seen each other in a while. And then we both get to Ivyfell for the festival, and
bump into each other. Just
going into the tavern. We go in, we try and get a room for the night. Ideally, probably 2.
There's no room at the inn.
But there's no rooms at the inn. And, like, we're not a couple, but we're like, oh, look, if we're obliged to sleep in the same place, we can. Like, we've done it before, but we're not lovers, I don't think. Yet. They may become it. And... yeah, then there was a drinking competition going on in the tavern, and Fras was like, hell yeah, I'm up for that. Discovered that, in fact, there was some subtle trickery going on, and then Essa, the Iron Gut, the town drinking champion, pretty much challenged Sassa to a drinking contest, and Trevor was and Fras was like, yeah, that's fine. I actually.
And Sassa was like, well, consider your challenge accepted.
And he sat out and just took bets and won the master suite for the night. Won the key to the master suite. So looks like free room and board tonight.
Yeah, baby.
And we've just headed out the door. To see what we can see. Music this evening is provided by Sirenscape. That is what is gracing your ear holes. Not a sponsor, but I'd like to mention them. They produce an excellent service. It's very handy. And Keren, could you quickly talk about the Ukraine?
I can. You may have seen some news a little bit over the last year and a bit, but Ukraine's not been having the greatest time. So if you are in the position to spare some digital pennies, there's a link in chat to the Emergency Action Appeals collection of not-for-profits and charities in Australia that are supporting Ukrainian refugees, and you can follow the link, pick your preferred charity, and flick them some cash, and they will gratefully receive it and send it on its way to Europe to hopefully help out the less fortunate.
Thank you kindly in advance, you bloody champions. So, let us tremulously at first, and then with mounting heat and passion, head into Ivyfell.
Yes.
And the city and the country of Benevoli. Ruled by Queen Penelope of Benevoli. We don't know that. We haven't gotten to that bit yet.
That's just our headcanon.
Yeah.
Whatever her name actually is, it's not nothing. Ivyfell, late afternoon. The afternoon sun shines down on you as you step back out into the green town square of Ivyfell. People are gathered and talking in all corners, sharing in the joy of the day's celebrations. You can see the shadows beginning to creep across the cliffs either side of the town. A rumbling catches your attention as you take in the surroundings just in time to move out of the way as a herd of barrels tumbling their way carelessly into the square, almost knocking out people in their path. Behind them, a mess of straw blonde hair sits on top of their shepherd, chasing them into the square to stop the barrels before they hurt anyone.
Barrels?
Barrels.
Yeah, okay. Shepherd?
Yes.
Okay.
You can shepherd barrels.
Sure.
And now? Keren! An older woman scolded after nearly being knocked over. There are people everywhere! What on earth are you doing? You nearly knocked me off my feet! Keren, blowing his mop of hair out of his eyes, gave a giddy smile before straightening up his appearance and becoming more serious. Yes, Mrs. Mapper, sorry. Got them all under control now. A couple of children run over excitedly, and Mrs. Mapper swiftly carries on her conversation with her friends further away. All right. Come on, little barrel riders. It's time for the barrel chase. Any volunteers are welcome to come forward. Keren calls out about the square as he gathers the barrels in a line behind the start.
I like it.
So if we like...
Where I'm from, we just... eggs and spoons. Barrels, that's...
We can join in or sit out the barrel race.
Look, I'm up for it. Why not? Is it mostly children?
It feels like it.
It's like, it feels unsporting, really. Because I'm larger and heavier.
Well, I'm a bit drunk.
Yeah, probably be an even thing for you.
And you know, I'm not particularly large.
I wonder if... Yeah. Alright, go on then.
You're doing it?
Yeah.
You're doing it?
You did the last one.
Excellent.
If there's no bears to wrangle, I guess I'll just have to wrangle barrels instead.
Apparently the bears must be later. Join in. Stretched before you is the path you took into the small village of Ivyfell, now marked by posts and bunting. Some of the people who had gathered in the square have awkwardly made their way along the other side of the newly made fence, peering over the border to watch the contestants gather. A string of obstacles have been crafted in front of you, and at the end of the path is the finishing line. Right, my little barrel chasers! Keren stands behind the pull rope to release the barrels. You get to the count of 5 to get running. Try not to let the barrels wipe you out, and I'll see you all at the finish line.
Oh, I thought I was riding the barrels.
No.
I regret this immediately. His Fras has gone up to him. He's like, right, okay, I reckon I can. And he's trying to stand on one, and there's one of the kids like, what are you doing? And he's like, are we going to ride the barrels? And like, no, we're going to run away from the barrels. Oh, that's much more dangerous. All right. I mean, actually more confident now. I didn't think I could do the barrel riding.
You, Fras.
Thank
Go,
you.
Fras.
Thanks, Sassa. Thanks.
So rules of the contest. You need to outrun the barrels without being knocked over by one.
Cool.
If every character that crosses the finish line will win a reward.
Lovely.
You can use abilities during this contest so long as they do not injure anyone. This contest has an ability you may use solely in this setting. Place the characters at the start line and 4 barrels in a row behind them. You will then roll for each barrel and opponents move as normal. And the contest specific ability is to make a dash. So you can use an ability point to roll again. So you basically do a double movement. So shall we set up a rudimentary race course for ourselves? We have to have at least 2 children, you, and barrels.
How long does it have to be?
I don't know.
I just remembered that I had these this morning.
Oh, here you go. There's the suggested map.
Yeah, I can do that. Well, or we could just use the one in the book.
Oh, here we go. Obstacles in your way require you to move around them. You can make a finesse skill check to leap over the obstacle. Rolling a number under the target will result in your move ending in that place. Barrels will move around the obstacles. Roll odds, left or evens right to determine the direction.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Well, how about we just do up and back on that to keep it simple?
Sure. I have a mini to represent me.
We need your most rugged looking mini, and I'm good.
It won't be up there then. There he is.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna do...
Brass.
These are your obstacles.
There's a small child. A halfling.
The log you've got to jump over.
And there's a small child dressed as a goblin pirate as well. They all dressed up fancy for this one. Actually, that's fairly accurate for Fras.
Huh. Cool. This is the starting line though, as I
Great.
set it up. So
Okay.
everyone will start over here.
Oh, alright.
And we have to have 4 barrels, so I will use these 4 dice will represent the barrel.
Great.
Mainly for my own edification at this point. Okay, so
The line in between.
yeah, so you go around and down, and then
Oh, and around and back.
yeah.
Cool.
Alrighty,
I hate
so
it. How fast can I move?
you roll a d6 and you move that many places.
Ah, great. So it's entirely luck based. I love it.
And yeah, if you run into an obstacle, you have to roll to go leap over the obstacle.
A
So that is
finesse check.
we've got a trunk of a tree across the race track, and then a bunch of rocks.
I'm gonna lift it up rather than. This is our track. There you go.
Okay.
That's why you get professional D&D players to do this, because you just got all this shit just lying around.
So I'm going to propose that you go child, Fras, child, barrels.
Sure.
Because there's only so many options we can do here, so we might as well
Uh,
do that.
don't you roll for it?
We can roll for it.
See who goes first.
Alright, you roll for him and then I'll roll for the kids.
4.
4. So child number 1 gets
6.
Child number 2 gets 4.
Alright, so yeah, exactly me, him, me.
Alright.
Alright.
Okay. There's a loud clanging bell and the race begins.
Oh god.
Child number 1 will move 3 places. And now, Fras.
Alright. 1.
You move 1 and you have an obstacle to get over your next turn as well.
I might sprint.
You'll have to burn an ability point.
I will.
Okay.
I will do that.
Fras burns an ability point to make a dash.
Hmm?
So you'll need to make a finesse skill check.
To jump over it?
Yep.
Sure. What do I have to do?
You have to get 5 or 6 on the dice.
Otherwise I don't get over it?
Basically, it'll take your whole movement to get over it.
Oh.
Instead of being able to move whatever it is you roll.
Well, that's lame. Okay.
But you are now over it.
Okay.
Okay. Child number 3.
I managed to keep up with the child.
Sprints forward 5 paces. 1,
Fucking
2, 3,
children.
4, 5.
And he's gonna...
And now the
barrels!
Do I just roll normally for the barrels? Yes, I just roll normally for
Barrel 1 and 2. Pair of 1s. They're just picking up speed. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That one's just freaking yeeted right out in front.
Who pushed that one? 2.
And the last one goes 2. Okay.
What happens if a barrel hits you?
You're out.
Okay. Great.
Well, there's a fun thing in the book I get to read. The crowd roars with excitement as you sprint forward. One barrel gets off to a particularly rip-roaring start and skitters ahead of all 3 racers that we are currently tracking. And then the round begins again. We go back to child number 1.
Good.
He rolls a 1.
I'm not rolling that one.
And then
2. Ha! I edge out in front. I'm gonna do it again.
Ooh!
Yeah, he has to. He manages it.
Yep, he gets right over his obstacle. And then 1, 2, and then is stuck behind this.
I'm gonna ability point again.
To dash. Oh,
I
he's getting
want this.
very competitive here. Like,
Can I roll above a 2?
stop rolling that dice. It ain't
Well, I
you.
rolled the other one. I rolled the green one, and I still got a 2.
We'll get to the end and like Fras will be out of ability points. We'll just be like, maybe you should have tried so hard to win the barrel race. Anyway, Howard is like, and the small just pulled ahead but is stuck behind the log. Can't remember what voice I was doing. Okay.
Oh my god. I really shouldn't have had so much beer before.
The barrels. This one
The
goes.
child just have a morbid fear of...
Boom!
Oh, that's
An
unfortunate.
innocent child is slammed by a barrel and knocked out of the race. Everyone goes, "Oh!" Once they realize the child is not dead.
Oh, that's is there, just no one gonna... Alright. Consider using Battle Medic to make sure the kid doesn't die, but... And then it goes, it must go inwards. Yeah.
Yeah, basically, you meant to roll odds or evens, but this one's
It
against
can't.
the side, so it can't go to the right, so it's going to go to the left. Because I refuse to eliminate the barrel.
And then 2 for the next one, which goes either left or right.
Oh, it'll
odds
go
are
to the
even.
left because it was even, so 1, 2.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And then the 3rd and 4th barrel. This one.
5. Boom. What happens then? Because it can't get over that.
It bounces over, we shall
Yeah,
say.
right.
So that barrel.
The barrel is winning.
The barrel is going to win. And the last one gets
A 3.
3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then back to the top of the order. The crowd is going wild with excitement. The child that got knocked down has been dragged to the side and has been cuddled by its mother as it cries a little bit because it's got a boo-boo on it now.
4. We'll go to that. And let's do it. Let's do it. I'm in for a penny.
All right, you're gonna roll your finesse check.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I took the.
Alright. Yeah. I'll get to the other side.
Cool. The child rolls a finesse check and fails.
Also just gets to the other side. Good.
And now the barrels The crowd are going wild.
I'm even, but I've spent 3 ability points.
Okay. This one goes 2. 1, 2.
Yeah.
And this one goes 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. That one.
And that one.
Not that one, actually.
Oh, yeah. That one.
2.
2.
Good. It's the third one along. It's there.
Yep. And then the final barrel. We'll see which way it's
5. Well, it has to go in.
It has to go in, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh.
2 of the barrels are going to get there first.
The barrels are going to win the race at this
Well, it's
point.
because they don't have to clear obstacles.
All right. Child number 1 is out because he's being nursed and coddled.
Yeah.
So it...
6!
Oh, you rocket ahead!
1, 2, 3, 4. Does that count? 5, 6? I get that?
Oh. Yeah.
Because otherwise I have to get there and stop.
Oh, I think if that happens, you have to roll a finesse check and you find out whether you get to finish yourself.
Ah, okay.
Or...
5.
And you do! Wonderful! So excellent. So child number 3, who's not giving up this easily, he wants to beat the old man.
Hurtful. A 6.
Oh.
Damn it.
So 1...
No, he's there.
Oh yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's neck and neck, ladies and gentlemen!
Yeah, but he's got an obstacle to clear and I don't.
Yeah! Fras has a clear shot to the finish
1,
line.
2, 3,
the
4,
child
5,
has
6.
to...
I need 6 to get there.
Alright, the barrels.
4.
4.
1,
1,
2,
2, 3,
4. Goes to the other side.
Oh, that
5.
one.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Third barrel. 1. Doesn't go very far. Final barrel. 3.
It should have been there.
Oh, okay.
1, 2, 3.
Oh. Child number 2 is close to getting knocked out like his unfortunate companion.
Alright.
People are waving flags. People are at the finish line going, go on.
Alright, a 6 wins it. Come on. 4.
4. Look.
1, 2, 3, 4. I'm good here, I think. I'm not gonna burn a thing. Unless, like, he needs 2 5s or 6s. He needs a 6 on his first dice and a 5 or 6.
He just rolled a 1.
1.
He
Oh
might...
no, it's gonna get cleaned up by the barrel.
Child number 2 might get taken out as well. Alright, but it is time for the barrel.
3 for the first.
Yeah, throw the barrels away.
1, 2, 3. And it's a 1. It's a 3, so it goes that way.
A 1 for the next barrel.
Stop doing that. 6.
6 for this barrel.
Oh yeah.
So 1,
2, 3.
4.
It would go that way.
Oh yeah, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
And then the
And the
final
last
barrel,
one.
we'll see if the child gets knocked off the raceway.
3.
Boom! The other child is struck from behind, the barrel taking them out at the knees. The child goes
Oh my God.
base over apex,
I'm
lands
so
face
tired.
down in the dirt, but is a good sport and leaps up immediately to show that he is not seriously injured and is like, I'm good, people, I'm good.
I got a 2, which is exactly what I needed.
And your way unimpeded.
Ah! Oh my God!
Corella races across the finish line. And you leap to one side to the barrel. Here we go. You pass the finish line. Harren gives you a high five as you cross the line. The rush of adrenaline hitting you as the barrel hit a gate that promptly closes behind you. Nice going there, barrel chaser. You outrun the barrels.
I'm not being chased. I wasn't chasing any barrels. That was really confusing. Why did you call it barrel chasing if every other barrel is chasing me?
Just let it go. You win.
I won. I won.
A few of the people around you give a spatter of polite and happy applause. And one of the other children who competed in the chase grins up at you. That was so cool! I can't believe you did that. Are you magic? That was like, wow! Right, we have a prize.
You're right. Fine, citizen. I am magic.
LEB, hooray! You beat a child.
I know, right? 2, actually, and one of them fucking nearly beat me, and that has not ever happened to me in real life.
All right. So Harren arrives with an armful of items. that he has.
It's just laid on by the town. That's cool.
So
Community
there are
event.
4 options, so I think you should roll a d4 to see which item Harry gives you as a prize.
Sure. I can roll a d4.
Yeah.
Roll a d4 all day. All right. 2.
2. You win a tunic with an embroidered barrel pattern on the cuffs.
That is deeply appropriate for me and extremely handsome. Thank you. That's,
Quite nice.
I will treasure it.
My mum did it.
Your mum's very talented.
Thank you, sir. And thank you for participating in the annual barrel race.
What happened to the bear wrangling? I swear there was bears last time. I definitely wrangled something.
Do you remember, were the bears tomorrow?
No, the bears were cancelled.
Oh yeah, the bears are cancelled. Oh yeah, we had to cancel the bears. One of
Why?
them got out and killed a horse.
Oh. Well, I mean, I get it, but that's why you need a bear wrangler on standby. Anyway.
Well, the bear wranglers weren't supposed to be here till sunrise, so they weren't there. And,
yeah.
you know,
I mean, I wasn't here.
horses are valuable in these parts.
That's true. Well, just ride the bear. Fancy jacket. What was it? Tunic.
You are now the owner of a tunic with an embroidered barrel pattern on the cuffs. Ivyfell, evening. The 2 of you make your way back towards the village square, joined by the villagers around you as the tavern's shadow stretches to its furthest reach down the path. Sunset is approaching, the golden star sinking at the far end of the cleaved ravine, carving its own golden line straight between the ancient forest. Groups begin to form among the tourists and villagers, evening approaching and food on the mind. In the natural flow of the people around you, you both soon find yourself strolling towards a green beside the Rookie Ducky, where a large mound of dry wood and foliage form the shape of an unlit bonfire.
Ooh.
Many people find places to rest at the green. Some bring blankets and baskets of food. A group of musicians have found a spot on an outcropping of stones fallen from the cliffs, beginning their lilting tune. A handful of children are running around with reflective ribbons, catching the fading light of the sun in the dance.
Lovely.
What kind of space do you make for yourself on the green? Discuss between the 2 of you where your characters would feel at home here if they take a moment to relax. Well, we're both.
We're both sort of. I'm a gardener, and you're actually capable of controlling.
I didn't get it on the book. It's fine.
It flows up the thing.
Yeah. I thought it had got enough busy out for it to not do that.
No.
Apparently not. It's fine. Missed the book. I'm very talented.
It's all good. We're both sort of capable with plants in a magical or non-magical manner. So I would say I reckon go and get some beverages.
Yeah.
And then you come back and find Fras weaving grass by hand into a mat, into like a picnic blanket, but like with long rushes, and then you just sort of twist your hands in a magical way, and the rest of them just finish the job, and he goes, "Oh, thanks. That's..."
Oh, you're doing a great job. I'm just faster, that's all. Yeah.
Story of my life. Thanks.
And yeah, Sassa would, settle down on this freshly made grass patch, and she'll kind of like almost get in touch with nature. Just feel the grass beneath her, smell the air, soak up the atmosphere.
You look like you've been needing to touch some grass for a while.
Find it very centering. And like she'll even put one hand down beside her on the grass. Just be like, yeah. This is the good life.
It is, isn't it? Good day, free booze, and a medal for drinking it. And I get a fancy coat just for outrunning a child.
2 children and 4 barrels.
Well, and the barrels. Honestly, the barrels were the challenge.
There was one behind you at one point and was getting awfully close.
All those obstacles, what they need to do is just clear it so it's nice, straight, and then just put the obstacles in the barrels, making the barrels faster.
Do you want to wait the barrels?
I don't want to wait anything. I was quite happy with the situation.
Yeah, so it can take out the children even more viciously.
I didn't say that.
I know, I was just following the logic to its natural conclusion.
Kindly don't. I don't wish any injury to any child. Now.
This present moment.
this particular minute, that little shit that can run. Nippy won that one.
Oh yeah, that one on the left.
And Jumpy too. Did you see him just clear that log?
Yep. Launched right over.
Serves me right for picking the bit of the log that was the highest. That was all it was, really. Anyway.
Now you've found a place to relax, and someone comes bearing a torch. It's a man wielding a great axe at his side and donning blacksmith's apron. He raises the torch, casting a glow over his silver-flecked hair. Citizens and guests of Ivyfell! His voice booms over the gentle chatter in the green. Tonight we welcome the first night of Cleaver's Festival. Our historic village, born of the cleaving of this forest, marks this evening as the last night of darkness, and the dawn that comes shall shine a line through this valley and carve our futures anew. Bond, be merry, and share in the warmth of the moment. He brings down the torch to the bonfire, and it ignites, bringing a gasp of awe from everybody. Colourful flames flick up the sides of the wooden structure, shifting and changing in the wind. You spot the teenage innkeeping assistant helping to pass around drinks, handing you both one of your own as the nearest group offers food to share with both of you.
Oh,
in this laid-back celebration, you can't help but feel a memory surface, the sunlight disappearing and the skies beginning to deepen with darkness. Roll on the table and build a memory for your character. Share this moment with your partner, building the history your character has been through. Improvise with one another if you might share memories or any reflections you have on them. So you both have to roll a d6, and we will be given a prompt.
Okay.
For a memory that this moment is bringing back to us.
Arcane Intellect, thank you very much for the follow, you bloody champion. Avast, matey, you wee scallywag. Yes, welcome. We're playing Roll Table for Two. It is a lovely little game I keep saying of Fights and Fancy, but that's just my naming convention for my Humblewood campaigns. It's just Fights and Fancy, but they're very good, and it's a lovely little story. It's DMless as well, so you take it in turns to narrate. But yeah, lovely.
Cool.
Roll on the table, you say?
Yeah, you go first.
I'm gonna roll the one. A 4.
4. A memory of love.
No. When he was doing his speech, when the blacksmith was doing his speech, Fras was saying it along. He was, because he wasn't making it up. They say it every year. Fras comes to this or hasn't in a while, but I think as a child, his parents brought him to this festival every year. And his dad was the reigning bear wrangling champion.
That's sweet.
And yeah, it's why he came, because he lost contact with them. So yeah, he was like, I'm not doing anything, so maybe go and wrangle some bears. Raise a cup to mum and dad.
Aww. You gonna share this with your...
Oh, definitely.
Sassa?
I think Sassa knows.
Oh, she'll kind of look at your face and be like...
He doesn't say it out loud, but Sassa could look over and sees his mouth moving along with the words. It's been a while since I heard that.
Yeah, I used to come
every year. Dad used to win the bear wrangling.
Oh.
Like every year. There was a joke that he was the one that should be wrangled.
The one the bears should try and take him down.
Well, he was big as well. Like, so one year, the bear was, like, the first year we came, the bear was smaller than him. And then they started getting bigger bears, because he wouldn't stop coming and wrangling the bear with relative ease. So it was such a brilliant game. Highly recommend their Body Snatchers game. Oh, noted. No, and furthermore, Ted. We shall check this out. Thank you very much, Arcane Intellect. Yeah.
And she'll kind of give you like a bit of like a shoulder rub, yeah, that would have been nice.
Yeah, it was.
Well, we can always go down at sunrise and maybe they'll cancel the bear anyway. If only I could turn into a bear. That would be.
Is that something that's in some way possible?
No. I was just thinking that if my magic permitted me to take animal form, then I could simply offer my services as a bear for hire.
I'm not sure I'd like to wrangle you as a bear.
Oh, I wouldn't make it easy for you.
No, that's why. I wouldn't, Bears are hard enough to wrangle without a human brain in them, making them smart,
You have a point there. Be too tricksy.
It's raw physical strength versus, well, my raw physical strength and not a lot of intellect. Often it's an even match, not necessarily though.
We all have.
What's the saying? There's a significant crossover between the world's dumbest people and the world's smartest bears.
Totally off topic, but if you guys haven't watched Cocaine Bear, the movie, I strongly recommend Cocaine Bear.
Whatever it was that we were expecting it to be, it once was definitely what I was expecting it to be, but also what I expected was nowhere near encompassed everything that it was.
It's just
we got halfway through it and then the internet connection died.
Yes, it froze because
we're like, no!
We're invested in the bear now!
I was surprisingly invested in the bear.
We had to go watch a DVD, like
a peasant from the noughties.
But yeah, good film, fun.
Yeah, can recommend.
Alright. That is your memory of love.
Lovely.
Yeah.
A 6?
Ooh, a 6. A memory of family. Whoops. You kind of double dipped.
Families can love you.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that's fair.
And I would argue that this could be like the family you chose instead of the family that birthed you or whatever.
Well,
why do you come here?
Well, my family travelled around a lot when I was... Well, they're still travelling around, I just don't travel with them anymore.
Yeah.
But that happens, But it was a group of families, it was multiple families all together. And, they sold magic.
Yeah, I remember they
magical
weren't
solutions to people, and
they weren't very
mostly real.
I always thought it was a good scam. Yeah.
Yeah,
Was actually some of it real?
Oh, yeah, some of it was real.
Oh.
Some of it wasn't, because sometimes people want things that magic technically can't achieve, but you get asked so often, you get tired of explaining that magic doesn't do that. So you just kind of come up with a substitute that looks like it's doing what they want, but it's not actually. But then the power of belief kind of...
I was going to say, is there a placebo?
Yeah.
Like placebo magic?
You kind of think it's going to help you, then it might. It gives you like a confidence boost.
I want someone to fall in love with me. Yes, drink this potion. Oh my god, I feel so confident after having drunk this potion. And the person, turns out they were actually into them the whole time. Worked like a charm.
No, of course, there's always the old standby if it doesn't work, and you just say, well, magic affects different people differently, and maybe it's not your time. Just to be clear, I did a lot more real magic than scamming magic. I'm just about making people feel better.
No.
It's...
But now you do a slightly more prosaic kind of magic.
It was always nice when we kind of were at festivals like this, because people would be, in a good mood and they'd be excited. And, hey,
mildly surprised they're not here. Is that why you came?
No, I was just in the area. It was just a happy coincidence, really. I don't know where they are at the moment. We leave notes for each other in preordained places.
Alright.
Like, I think I've been to this festival before. I've been to a lot of festivals. Won a lot of drinking competitions, actually.
Yeah. Make sure you give that medal back before we leave, yeah? Otherwise...
Oh, absolutely. I was going to give it to the barkeep to redistribute.
That's a good idea.
Out.
I mean, I'd just give it back to Essa. She'll just win it again.
But she might insist that she has to win it often, and then I would have to lose to her. And that would just...
can't have that.
It'd just be time-consuming more than anything else.
Yeah. Oh! Can I... When we leave, can we give it to the kid who nearly beat me? It's like pointed at, like, obviously he doesn't have to drink you under the table for it. Just say, here kid, flick it to him. You'd be the coolest person ever.
I do like being the coolest person ever.
And hopefully one day he'll grow up to be a drunk. And then he won't nearly beat me in a barrel chase.
We here at Court Sales Code do not advocate drinking to excess, and would like you to note that both the beverages we are consuming tonight contain no alcohol.
This is true. This is an authentic brewing company, Upside Dawn, non-alcoholic golden ale, and it's freaking lovely, actually. And Keren's drinking an alcohol-free mimosa.
It tastes nothing like mimosa, but it is delicious.
The trick is with mimosa is it actually needs alcohol in it to taste like a mimosa.
Mm. But it's done.
But it's pleasant, and they were massively discounted, which is why I bought them.
Yay! So we can continue to roll on the table above as the night goes on, or if you prefer to, continue to improvise how the two of your characters spend the evening on the green, celebrating until the two of you become tired. Ooh, going again, number 1. A memory involving fire.
I mean, yeah, So a little while later, Sassa... Like, they've done a bit of socializing, they've done the social butterfly, the fluttering from different place to place, and Sassa finds him sitting on a log near the big bonfire, just sort of gazing into it. Yeah, lost to the world.
Any of your thoughts?
Oh, hi, yeah. Sorry, got lost there a little bit.
Okay.
Just, thinking. They died in a fire. The mansion, the manor, the family home, it burnt down. That's my tragic backstory.
It's quite tragic.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
I mean, you
I know, it was almost perfect as well. It's almost like in a book. Yes, shock horror, I've read a couple.
You can read?
Look, mostly pictures. Occasionally, I learned how to spell my name, and which is harder than you. Yeah. Anyway, I was just getting home, and my horse spooked because of the fire, and so I got there just as the flames licking up the side. And the butler got out. Kevin, and he said, yeah, almost everybody got out, but Mum and Dad were upstairs, and that place was, when you say upstairs, that could mean several different things in terms of levels, and it was just a long way to come, and the fire spread like crazy fast. He didn't have any idea what started it or what have you. They never found any bodies. Well, they found several bodies, but none that were like identifiably Mum and Dad.
The advantage of constantly travelling is you don't have a home to lose.
Well, it's still home. The upstairs not so great, but there was still quite a lot of money in the accounts and so forth. I did have it rebuilt, but somewhat more modest. It's now a single level above ground, anyway. But the foundations were solid. We did redo the east wing, though. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to bring the mood down. I was just sitting.
It's alright. Would you like a marshmallow?
I would destroy a marshmallow.
And I would get us some marshmallows on sticks.
Hell yeah.
Well, since you did another one, I'll do another one. And then we can do a bit.
Bye.
A long lost happy memory. Well, since I just got us marshmallows, as we're toasting them in this glorious bonfire, I am going to remember the first time I ever did that. And it was at a different festival in a different town in a different place. But one of the other girls from the magician's party had got a bunch of marshmallows, and she handed me one, and I'd never done this before, so I didn't know what to do with it, so I took it to the other kids and work it out, and I burned it a bit. It was my first go. The first time you nearly always set it on fire.
And you almost set yourself on fire.
Yeah, and then you burn your mouth a little bit trying to eat it. But after about 6 marshmallows, it really got it down. Gotta get it just...
Sassa, do you have those cookies, those biscuits you got earlier? Sandwich.
Yes. Small. Amazing. Cool. So eventually the two of us become tired.
Yep.
The night draws to a close. The bonfire is beginning to die down to a glow, and the people around you are thinning out as parents take home their sleepy children and couples begin to shuffle off to their private rooms.
Ooh, we've got a private room.
The wind is beginning to pick up a little, and the dark shadows beneath the moon seem to grow even darker. If you manage to get hold of a key today, you have a room to return to. And we actually have the master suite!
Yeah, we do.
So we are turning to page 38.
What's this wee business? I want it.
You'd make me sleep outside.
Made you... That's why I was making the... No, come on then.
Sassa's eyes get, like, huge. Her bottom lip trembles.
No, don't... Oh, no. Oh, no.
And leave me outside, would you? It's so cold.
It's the we don't have to go to bed now, do we? Oh, no, you guys can stay up. Mom and I are just going to be sitting here telling how much we love each other.
Is that right?
Yeah!
Hi, Mom!
Good night!
Yeah. Amazing. Okay. The key you won from a bet soon finds its way to the front of your mind. Hadn't the hunched man said this was for a tavern? A gentle walk back from the village green to the tavern leads you to the warmth of the candlelight within. Regulars are slowly being turfed out, and the teenager at the check-in desk looks like she is falling asleep on the spot. You climb the stairs up to the room, searching for the mysterious master bedroom, and find yourself turned about in a maze of corridors, stumbling about for a few minutes until coming across it in the attic of the tavern up a winding staircase. Oh, I love it when rooms are up the top of a winding staircase.
Is that Sassa?
Yes. Look at the top of a winding staircase.
Yeah.
When you enter the room, you find it already well lit by candlelight and a low burning fireplace. It is spacious with a comfortable seating area and an extremely large 4-poster bed. Another doorway in the room reveals a lavish washroom. This level of extravagance is unexpected for a small village tavern. How do you wish to spend your night here? What sleeping arrangements do your characters come to? Is there anything on their mind they want to talk about after being reunited like this? When you have finished your night's rest here, your characters will both receive a permanent additional 5 points to your hit points.
Nice.
Cool. That's going to take one look at this, like, enormous bed set. That bed is so big that we can both sleep in it and we won't even know the other one is there.
I mean, I have no issue with that if you don't mind. I was going to offer to end for end, but actually probably in terms of intruding upon your space.
I don't want your feet anywhere near my face.
Yeah.
I'll take my chances with the face near my face. Thank you.
I'll endeavour to sleep on my side facing away.
I am armed if it comes to it. Just so you know.
Ow. All right. I wasn't. What? Why?
I was trying
to defend yourself from my breath. That's what I was implying.
Well, I'm sure there's some mint in the bathroom. and like Sassa kind of like bounces up to the bathroom.
Oh, no need. And you pull some out of his pocket.
Of course you have mint.
Whenever you see mint, you pick it up. That's just a given, you know. That's standard Witcher rules, that.
And you can hear Sassa in the bathroom making excited noise like, oh, whoa. And then she kind of pulls the curtain like, I'm just gonna be in here for a moment.
Don't steal it all until tomorrow morning. That's the deal. That you only take it when you leave.
and you can hear like noises of ablutions.
Yeah.
And you can just like hear this like the faint smell of like nice bath scented things, just kind of.
Yeah, definitely
bring toiletries. Yeah, which will all be going in her bag.
Yeah. And you know, if you left some for me, that would be cool.
Of course I am. Not a total savage.
Yeah. And I take off my boots, open the window, and put them outside.
The window.
Like I tie the laces together and then hang them out the window. So you can then close the window, although I leave it open for a little while to let my feet air out. It's just like they're friends, but that's all they are. And he's like, he doesn't want any sense. She's making herself smell actively nicer. He is doing the same.
Yeah. And she eventually emerges from the washroom with the damp hair and
up in the...
just smelling of like floral soap and like looking much cleaner than she has previously.
Fras would then go and do the same.
Yeah.
And
do you
comes
also
out
come
looking...
out with your hair like
no.
wrapped up in a
He comes out looking exactly the same. He's like you can hear him scrubbing. But he comes out looking with looking basically exactly the same. And you realise that the grub isn't so much grub. There's quite a lot of bruises actually. He smells better, but he doesn't look like he's bathed. Except for being damp.
The dirt is incredible.
Yeah.
And yeah, Sassa is just like I like to think she's like, the mattress is so plush, she's like sunk right into it. So
He comes out, Sass.
Oh,
Sassa.
it says soft in here.
Oh, there you are. Yeah. While you were in there, he hit a pea underneath.
Yeah, Sassa falls asleep and like very gently snoring, like very like almost just breathing slightly too loud. It's quite cute. Just saying.
And Fras climbs in, and she is not disturbed at all because the mattress is so thick.
Yeah.
She doesn't even move. He's like, "That's amazing. That's cool." And then he lifts her left leg, and she rolls over of her own accord, and the snoring stops. He's like, "Still got it." Gets up and puts out the candles, and then goes to bed.
Amazing. Cool. And we get to add 5 points to our hit points.
Hey.
And because neither of us have lost any hit points yet, once we get 25. Which is cool. So I have a feeling we'll need them later. Tends to be how these things go. You're like, oh my goodness, I have so many abilities and hit points, and then it's like, oh god, everything hurts and I'm dying.
I'll enjoy this. Maybe work out some of the kinks from the barrel chase.
When you wake up the next morning, proceed to page 45. 45. Ivyfell. Morning. It's like I'm reading it like a
Ivyfell. Morning. Interior.
The morning comes to you wherever you find rest, slowly stirring you as the smell of food wafting in the air from the town square. The hustle and bustle of noise soften to a quiet murmur in the distance. Describe how the two of you spend your morning, waking up and any preparations for the day ahead before heading towards the town square.
Fras now looks significantly better.
Oh, healed up.
It was sleep that is what he needed, not not bathing.
A good snooze.
He didn't look shaved when he came out of the bathroom the previous evening. This morning he looks clean shaved, like someone bathed him and shaved him in his sleep. Yeah, he looks so much better today. Ugh. Morning.
And Sassa has her hair is like the blondest because it's all clean.
Yeah.
And she smells.
Oh my god, I forgot you were blonde.
It was a bit dirty. And like she's clearly taken advantage of the free toiletries again because she smells really great. And has even like clearly like tidied up her clothes a bit, so she looks quite presentable.
Yeah. I put on my new tunic.
And there's tea, and you know how they have like tea and biscuits in the room.
Yeah.
She's made herself like a cup of tea. sitting there. Tea?
Oh. Yeah, why not?
And she makes it how you like it because she knows.
Yeah, I put on my new tunic. The triumphal tunic. Like tucking out the collar, tucking out the cuffs. He's like, this is alright.
Yeah, it fits surprisingly well for...
Yeah, that's probably why it was on a prize. They're like, well, this is never gonna fit anybody.
We need a ridiculously huge man!
I'm nowhere near Dad's size, but I am quite a big guy. Mind you, it would have fit the blacksmith. Maybe he was all good for fancy tunics. Check the entry about the tunic. Ooh, item entry about the tunic.
Ooh, where's that? Because it just said item barrel tunic. Okay. Oh, here we go. Barrel tunic.
You smell foul.
A well-fitting light blue tunic with an appliqued barrel on it. A reminder of your victory in the barrel chase. Whilst wearing this item, you can add 1 to any move rolls.
Ooh.
I didn't realise they came with... Like...
Go.
Wait,
Do you want to check other stuff?
Does my medal give me special abilities?
Because if it does, I ain't giving that shit back.
This simply embossed medallion is attached to a woven ribbon that can be worn around the neck. Whilst wearing this item, you may add 1 to your spirit modifier. Bringing me to +5 spirit!
So, I want to narratively say that you returned it, but keep it.
Cool.
No, what we'll do is we'll make them a new one.
Better one.
Well, no, probably not, but...
This is why it's so hard to beat her, because she has the medal that gives her a bonus.
Yeah, that tracks. Yeah. Sort of a self-fulfilling prophecy, isn't it? Cheat. Alright, cool. Thank you. Didn't realise that was a thing. How about the bag of biscuits?
What about the bag of biscuits? Oh! I'll give you a biscuit. Like, yeah.
No. Is there an item description for the bag of
biscuits?
biscuits?
Of course! Bag of biscuits. Oh! In the bottom of a rolled up paper bag is a crushed and half-eaten selection of biscuits. You can eat some of these remaining biscuits to regain 1 ability point. Once you've used this ability, discard the item. So you can eat the biscuits and get 1 of your ability points.
Because we did eat them last night.
Yeah.
Do you want to save it? Shall we not do that?
Well, you can have the ability point back because I haven't spent any yet. So.
That's funny. I don't know if we want to burn that now.
Well.
Let's save it for later. We had like a couple of biscuits, but we didn't eat all of the biscuits. We didn't eat the magic biscuit.
Alrighty.
That's neat.
That is very cool. Alright, so yes.
Have you got the magic biscuits on your sheet?
You have the magic biscuits, don't you?
No, you were the one who won the biscuits. You drank the most beer.
Oh, yeah.
Beer biscuits.
I've made beer cake before. It was very moist.
You made beer bread.
I've made beer bread.
Beer bread was
cake.
Nice.
Yeah. Remember when you bought like a random selection of beers and one of them you hated? So I was like, well, I'll make it into beer bread so it doesn't go to waste. But the trouble was, the beer was so gross that even when it was bread, you could still taste it and it was still gross.
Yeah. It was a stout. It's I do like some stouts, but they are something of an acquired taste. Alright.
Stepping into the square, you're both... Oh, actually, if there's anything else you want to do, basically Sassa does a last scan of the bathroom to see if there's any single-use toiletries she's missed.
No, she hasn't. No, there won't be, because Fras went in and grabbed the remainder.
She's got little bottles of stuff in her bag now. She's delighted.
Clinking as we go out, because plastic isn't
Smelling
the
of
thing
lavender.
It'll last a week, tops.
Stepping into the square, you're both overwhelmed by an assault on the senses. There is hot and cold food set out on rows of tables that have been set out by the villagers. It looks like every household has bought their own arrangement of breakfast treats. As you approach, a tall and spindly-looking woman wearing glasses and holding a clipboard appears. Hello, she beams, happily bouncing from
Hello! Do I recognize her?
She looks... no. She looks excited for her own responsibilities for the day. Are we donating today or do we have a ticket? She looks expectantly between the two of you. I don't believe we have tickets for Never-Ending Breakfast.
Oh.
So we skipped to the next one.
We don't have a ticket, but I want to.
It's okay. We only have got okie donations then, she smiles. As every household in the village has taken the time to buy the ingredients and cook the food, we do ask that you pay the required amount for each table, but you are welcome to eat as much as you like whilst paying. You can also take any meal you like with you once you have filled yourself. Just come to me for a napkin and box and you can pick any one of the items on the menu free of charge.
Wow.
He leads you to the centre of the village square and promptly abandons you, running off to welcome the next guest. So this is the never-ending breakfast menu. Pastries, 2 gold. Eating this dish restores 2 ability points. Porridge and honey, 3 gold. Eating this dish restores 1 d6 hit points. Eggs and bread, 5 gold. Eating this dish adds 2 to a skill of your choosing on your next roll. Fruit and pancakes, 2 gold. Eating this dish restores 2 hit points. Meat, cheeses, and stuffed vine leaves, 5 gold. Eating this dish restores 1 d6 ability points.
Nice.
So as you enjoy your food, you can join some of the tables in the conversation. Oh, so yes, so we can decide what we want to eat, and then we can listen in on conversations.
Do we have money?
I
You won some, didn't you? No, you didn't. There was an option to win some.
Did we start with any money? I think we start with money. I think we started with like 5 gold.
Contest. Opponent's turn. Items, fighting foes. Playing the game. Telling a story. Who's your character? What is their greatest fear? Skills, ability points. Gardener. Hit points. Guard. Backstory. Origins. I don't know. It says that you get money at the beginning. You have to find it. Class name.
Well, shall we both...
Turn from lurking. Did I miss anything beyond beating children at carnival games? No, we've just been having some lovely time.
We hung out by a bonfire, and
there's some...
then we stayed in the most luxurious room in the tavern, which was great. I stole all the toiletries. And now we're about to have breakfast.
There are some there was some story prompts for, like... there was memory prompts for character creation or character building, which I quite liked.
Shall we just roll a d6 each, and that's how much money we have?
That's a good idea. Yeah, I don't think it says that we have any money.
Cool. I think we should roll a d6 each then, and that's how much money we have on us. Since neither of us have managed to win any money.
We won plenty of shit, just didn't win money.
Yeah, I got a half-eaten bag of biscuits.
Wealth of knowledge. Yeah.
I have 4 gold pieces.
And will watch me roll a 1. 2.
We have 6 together. Okay, so neither of us can enjoy eggs and bread or meat, cheese, and stuffed vines, but between the two of us, we can buy anything else on the menu.
Yeah. Where did you write that? It's just 1 gold. Yeah. The fact that there isn't any spot on the character sheet for gold would seem to indicate that
you have to
not that important. Gold.
Well, nothing in particular.
Like a D6. Like a D6. Yeah.
Well, I haven't actually lost anything yet. So, doesn't really matter what I eat. So
yeah, no, neither.
I'm just going to have some pastry. I like pastry. You can get your ability points back.
Again with it, I'm like, yeah, I mean, sure. It's probably not a bad idea. I will, how much is a pastry?
Yeah, 2 gold.
I can't have the meats, cheeses, and stuffed vine leaves, which sounds fucking lovely.
I mean, we could pool our money together.
Yes, this is 2. Adds 2 to a skill of your choosing for the next roll. That's a lot for that, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'll have a pastry.
Yeah, we'll both hand over a couple of gold and go stuff ourselves full of pastry.
Yeah.
Which, honestly, is one of the best ways to spend any breakfast.
I am now broke. But I also have only spent 1 skill point.
And now you're full of pastry.
And I am now full of pastry. And my bag is full of free toiletries.
So many free toiletries.
And I also, I've acquired, like, a useful bouquet of herbs and spices from my time on the road. Just, like, I just gather. I'm, like, a gatherer constantly on the road. So, it has no practical application, but I was like, yeah, and actually, my contribution, because this is, he, like, bites into it and goes, oh, well, the spices, and, yes, herbs, here, and presents the person who made it, with some herbs, and just like, for the next lot, everyone's contributing, I have something to contribute.
Cool. As you enjoy your food, you can join some of the tables in their conversation. Roll an awareness skill roll and see what you manage to overhear.
7.
Oh. Shame about the bear. I think it's barbaric anyway. We shouldn't be harassing those poor creatures. No wonder it was sick. Sick with anxiety, no doubt. I hope they release it soon. Nah, I hear it was sick when they found it. The poor thing probably won't make it in the wild. The bear is sick.
Well, that answers that question.
No fun wrestling
Really,
a sick bear.
no, it's not. I want to find it. Excuse me. I can't help but deliberately overhear you.
Sorry, mate.
I couldn't help but overhear you talking about the bear.
Yeah, sick, mate.
Yeah, that's awful.
Right bunged up.
In what way is it ill?
Oh, you know, it's kind of just staggering around, sneezing a lot.
Oh,
Hasn't taken a shit in 2 days.
that's unusual for a bear.
Oh, yeah.
They normally do it in the woods all the time.
I don't know why I suddenly decided this guy's just awkward as hell. I was like, oh, mate,
mate. Oh, that fucking bear. Oh, poor bugger. He's all fucked up on the inside. I saw possibly the most Australian man I've ever seen in a reel this morning. He'd gotten out of his ute. No, he was doing some wire fencing in the outback, and he said, all it is, the video is of his leg. And he said, and there's just so much swearing. It's every third word is fucking. It was like, I'm just fucking doing some wire, and then this bloody great tiger snake crawls up his leg, up his trouser leg, and then he pulls up, and you can see the tiger, the back end of the snake sticking out of one of his pant legs.
Oh, God.
And it's just like, it's just there because it's warm and happy and cool, and he's like, and he's tourniqueted his trousers off using a bull clip but a big one, to just pull his trousers really tight, so it can't go any higher up near the, as he said, the crown jewels. And he's like, so fucking wish me luck. Oh, fuck. He reach out and now, fucking, oh God. Jesus fucking, alright. 1, 2, 3, grab snake, yeets. And then the camera goes blurry. He's like, fuck.
That was brave of him, actually. Tiger snakes are nasty.
That's not to be fucked with. Yeah,
No.
absolutely.
And interesting that the tiger snake was that confident. They're quite shy, really. Because the only time I've seen a tiger snake in the wild, it didn't want anything to do with me. It was very busy ignoring humanity. I'm glad he got it out. Oh my God.
So, yeah, I'm just like, oh man. Because he's like, no signal. I'm fucked.
I can't call for help.
There's nothing I can do except remove it myself.
I don't think tiger snake kills you that fast. You probably have time to go for help before you died. Depending on how far out you are.
It was just like the most Aussie man I've ever heard. Fucking tiger snake. So like, tourniquet with a bull clip and my own jeans. Yeet. Fuck.
Oh, don't be afraid, non-Australians. It's not that dangerous, I swear.
I've seen exactly 2 snakes in the wild in Australia in 20-something years. Both of them I had to go looking.
I've seen more than 2, but none of them were interested in interacting with me.
Cities are too full of people and noise and vibrations.
One of them was getting the hell out of Dodge. It was getting out of there as fast as possible. I'm not even sure what type of snake it was because it disappeared that quickly. The other one was the tiger snake, which was sound asleep and not interested in me. And the other one was a python with a rabbit halfway down its throat, so it was also not interested in me.
Lost Archives is raiding. Hey, raiders, thank you very much for joining us, bloody champions.
Welcome.
How are you? Willkommen.
Bienvenue. Welcome. Two causes go. And that's the extent of the lyrics I know from that
so
song.
good. They're going so good. Mwah. Hello. Greetings. And Ellie B says that NPC is legit Aussie man reviews. Fun story.
Oh yeah, we worked with.
We used to work with Ethan. His real name is Ethan. He's a lovely bloke. Nothing like that's very much a character, obviously, that he puts on.
Obviously, there's elements of him, but he's not nearly that ochre in real life.
Nowhere near that ochre in real life. But yeah, he used to work for Constable Care with us.
Way back in the day.
Way back in the day, we used to do puppets with him.
Yeah, he got in trouble for improvising.
Oh yeah. What are we doing tonight, lovelies? We are doing Roll Table for 2.
It is a DMless roleplay game for 2. And we are hanging out at the never-ending breakfast, which sadly for us is not never-ending because we don't have tickets. But we are still getting to eat as much pastry as we want.
Yeah.
We just have to pay.
So yeah, it's DMless. So yeah, we built characters last week and played a little bit. But yeah, now we're just it comes with the box that you order comes with the first 2 storybooks. And I don't know, if you take your time with it, I mean, we're
not rushing.
We're not rushing.
And we're over halfway through it now.
Through the first one.
We've passed the midpoint, you can tell, because you can see the string binding.
Because it's string bound, and it's freaking lovely. They're really, really pretty. The box that you can order comes with the sort of the player handbook and then the first 2 adventures. And you can get them all here.
Good fight, Saint Fancy, who do some other lovely stuff as well.
Including some free D&D 5e resources as well. All like, and it's
can,
all in PDF, so you can just download it.
And you can buy digital copies of these as well.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to pay for shipping, because shipping anything internationally is so expensive at the moment.
But I would recommend.
The physical copies are gorgeous. But you know, you can just, you know.
It's getting to the point where I'm going to need to take the White Dwarfs off that shelf and have it be just my RPG shelf.
it's you can just see the top of it in the shop. This is 90% RPG shelf, and then this is the White Dwarf section. But yeah.
Not 90%, there's about a third of it's
So I won a drinking competition, Josh won a barrel race. Then we both...
it's called the Barrel Chase, and I thought we would be chasing the barrels. Turns out the other way around. Yeah, shipping myself to Perth is so expensive, it should be a crime. It wasn't even international yet. Yeah, that's true. Until we succeed.
Never gonna happen.
They'll never let us.
Yeah, the other states only care about Western Australia when we're threatening to do something that excludes them. Then they're like, how dare you?
Well, because we're almost half the landmass and almost half the GDP.
Get old mining money, yeah.
Yep.
And we give them so much GST.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they love.
We're one of the states that don't get all our GST money back, and we're salty about it.
Yeah.
Cool. So we were in the process of eavesdropping on conversations at the table.
Do you want to roll, and I'll do another one?
Yeah. We've just found out the bear is sick. Which is how we got onto Aussie stuff, because I, for some reason, made this guy super ochre. So we went on a tangent about Australian myth. Oh, shoot.
3 plus your awareness.
Oh, which is a +1, so a 4.
Should be starting soon. It's a good job we haven't got the wrangling contest too. but I don't think my head can take it after that ale last night. Be splitting like those rocks will be in a second.
Ooh, Fras, they're gonna have a rock splitting contest. You could split rocks.
Okay.
You're big and strong. It's not a bear. It's a rock. But that's still like...
I feel really sorry for the bear. Yeah, no, we can split rocks, and then I would like to go looking for the bear. Apparently the bear's sick. Which sucks for the bear.
Poor bear. The only problem with being DMless is if you want to go do something random, go find the sick bear. We can only go find the sick bear if the book says.
Yeah. Ivyfell, approaching noon. Just as you're beginning to get full to bursting, an axe-wielding man from the bonfire last night strides into the center of the village square. Beside you at one of the tables, a couple of the village begin to murmur, whispering between themselves at... Yeah, let's hang on.
Get some more appropriate music.
Whispering between themselves in either excitement or anticipation. Still, wearing his blacksmith's apron, the large man approaches a set of steps by the well and raises his great axe into the air. Is it a great axe, or is it a great axe, or is it a great
It's both.
axe?
It is a great axe.
Okay, it's a great axe. And its grandfather was a great axe. Holding it triumphantly, the villagers cheer and clap, causing a ripple of surprise and confused copying from the tourists who have just come to the festival, and the axe-wielder lowers his weapon from before speaking in a deep and weighty voice. Cleavers of Ivyfell, I seek a strong soul within your ranks to come forward and break stone. Someone mighty in both skill and spirit, who can mark another year for this great village, and honor our ancestor who brought us safely and brought us safety and refuge in this valley. Do you know one among you? I want to say that Sassa's like, yes, and you know,
Him! He's got a lot invested in this.
around you, a few of the villagers begin to talk, laughing amongst themselves, as some overconfident fathers and aspiring young children step forward. You might even choose to join in yourselves. Oi, Essa, not feeling too delicate after last night, are you? A man calls as the woman you might have spotted from the drinking contest the day before steps forward. She gives him a hard gesture and begins boasting her own ego with the other volunteers.
That is a hand gesture. I think she gives him some sort of archaic one-finger salute.
Is it my turn to take on Essa?
It might be. Think of how cool we'll be if we both beat her in a competition.
Do I get a medal?
Maybe.
Let's find out. All right. Joining in. Yeah. All right. Oh, there it was. That's a good one. Joining the small gathering that is beginning to form around the axe wielder, you see a group of people bringing over 3 tables with different color large stones on them. The group set down the tables to the side by an old fenced-off animal pen, the ivy-covered cliff casting a looming shadow over the contest ground. A few of the children around you begin to get overexcited as the great axe is swung into the earth by the blacksmith. I bet I'm strong enough to pick up it with just one hand. I'm super strong. No way! I bet you'll fall on your face. This is the cleaver. The blacksmith shouts over the ruckus. Those who aren't participating start to form an audience around the space, still filling their faces with the remains of breakfast.
There are like 10 pastries in this bag.
An ancient weapon, said to be held by our founder when he faced off the ancient woods and monsters of the forest, carving a safe path for us all. It is a weapon of honor, a weapon of the people, and only those who have good spirit are said to be able to wield it. Fuck, another spirit check! And you see Fras's shoulders slump slightly.
Go sneak my medal into your pocket so you get the +1.
Those who seek darkness and those who seek power will only bring doom upon themselves when stealing its strength.
Doom on you.
Noted.
Doom on you.
Noted.
Doom on you.
Stop it. I haven't stolen it yet. He turns to face the participants and raises a hand gesture at 3 stones brought before you. Each of these stones can be found in this valley. The cleaver has the strength to shatter them all, but only when wielded in the right hands. That a participant that is capable of cleaving each of these stones shall be awarded the title of Cleaver of Ivyfell, and awarded 100 gold. Imagine how many breakfasts we could buy with
So much breakfast with 100 gold.
Oh my god. Do any of you have the might to beat this? So is it might or is it spirit? I need to be clear on this one. This is very important. You watch as a handful of children all attempt at picking up the great axe with little success. One manages to pull it out of the ground but simply falls over with it, whilst another drags it across the ground. No. You'll dull it. Stop it. Also, smacking it into stone's probably not great for the edge either, but never mind. The men, and frankly, to be honest, having a dull edge for stone breaking is probably better. Why isn't it a pickaxe? The other men and women who join in have an easier time pulling up the weapon, standing with it whilst onlookers cheer before putting it back down, but only a couple of people make it to the first stone. Oh, it's huge. Okay, right, it's massive. The cleaver bounces off the stone, deflecting without the force required to push it through the rock. No one manages to cleave it. After a few polite claps rewarding the attempt of the last participant, it is finally your turn.
Okay.
Hold my beer.
I take your beer and I solemnly place my medal around your neck. Good luck.
I'm gonna just thank. I appreciate it. I take it right back off again and put it in my pocket because Essa is watching and I did not beat her.
Alright, so you need to make, so you step forward, wrapping your hands around the handle of the great axe, ready to yank it out of the ground. Make a strength skill roll.
Okay. 6.
You call upon the strength in you, and raise the great axe high with a triumphant cry. People clap as the axe settles in your hand. It feels like it was made for you, and is well balanced as you carry it towards the first of the 3 stones.
I do a sort of a...
Show off!
Hey, you said do it.
Now, Cleaver, make your first blow. The blacksmith directs you. You may advance to the first stone. The audience watches quietly as you step into the shadow of the ivy-curtained cliffs. The first stone looks like a simple grey slate, easy to fracture and crack. But to cleave against the sheeting, you prepare yourself, steadying your stance and adjusting your grip on the axe. You make another strength skill roll.
That's an 8.
Ooh! With a smooth and calculated swing, you guide the great axe to its target. There is the crunching sound of rock collapsing as the shock vibrates up your arms. You have made contact and have dug the axe into the stone. With a twist of the wrist, the axe finally separates the 2 halves of the stone. You have cleaved it.
It's just like wood, really. But much more unpleasant to hit.
The audience cheers at the first cleaved stone. Yeah!
Yay!
And the blacksmith gestures to the second. So you advance the second stone. With a generous tug, the axe is free and on your shoulder again. Next along the line of tables is a large, rough rock. Without any visible layering, it is clear you might have a harder time cleaving through this one. How do you prepare yourself to face this challenge?
I'd like to, I go over and, examine it. And look for a weak point.
Ooh.
It's like, this one... Yeah, I'm looking for, a fracture point. An easy point where I could, shatter it.
Looks pretty solid. But we'll see. You have to make another strength check.
It's a strength, okay?
Yeah.
It's another 8. Time for me to disappear for the evening. Enjoy your fancy fights. No more beating up children. I mean...
We weren't beating up children.
No, it was the barrels.
The barrels.
They shouldn't have participated.
Yep.
They didn't want to get run over by barrels.
They took the risk and they lost.
Yep. What else could you be spending your money on?
Anyway, the audience cheers with you as you make your second swing. The axe flies swiftly through the air and down. It skirts a little to the side, clanging off the surface until taking a large chunk out of the corner of the rock. There is silence for a moment, and then a cheer as the blacksmith acknowledges this as a success.
Trixie bastard. That was Trixie.
Now, to the final rock! Will we finally have a victor? There is electricity in the air now as the audience watches you move to the third stone. On the table sits a glass-looking stone. We will cleave you.
I was going to go rock
cleave you.
That's rocks.
Yeah. On the table sits a glassy-looking stone with fractures of colour shooting through the rock beneath its smooth surface. The blacksmith stands in front of the stone and gestures for the audience to watch. This crystal is the hardest thing in the valley, capable of rendering all mining tools completely useless.
So hitting it with an axe is going to do a lot of damage to the axe and nothing else.
Only the cleaver can command it to split. None in the years previous to this have been able to do so. Can you?
I can try.
The dark shadows of the cliff linger over your shoulders, sending a chill down your spine as a sneaking feeling of doubt crosses your mind. Are you strong enough? Or are you nothing but a weak coward? Make a spirit skill roll. Remember, you have a +1 because I gave you my mid-deck.
I appreciate it. It's a 5.
You shake off the uncertain feeling at the back of your mind and decide to make quick work of this. With one last swing, the axe falls at full force, crashing down into the stone, which cracks and fractures across its colourful surface. There is a gasp, and the crowd cheers! The blacksmith raises your arm up in a victory pose. We have our first winner! Stick around at the end of the contest and we will award you your prize!
First winner?
If only one character is participating, read the sit-out portion of the challenge. Well, why is the second character that gets to roll? I am not competing, so we will go to sit-out. You join the audience. Sassa joins the audience. Sassa joins the audience, looking out to the challenge as one by one the participants try their hand at moving the stones. Several of them struggle to carry the axe, letting the audience return to a gentle chatter as they wait for something exceptional to happen. Essa steps forward wearing her ego like an armor, unaware of how fragile it could be when it chatters. But she does manage to pull up the axe. You watch with surprise as she manages to carry it over to the first stone and land a swing with a small crack to its surface. The blacksmith also looks surprised to see the stone fracture and stumbles over his words. Oh, I suppose yes, you have cleaved the first stone. Please continue to the second. Essa gives a grin as she struggles to retrieve the axe and move to the next stone. The wind picks up, sending a chill through the shadowed area and rattling the boarded fence to the animal pen. You could swear you heard the wind groan. Perhaps the ancestors are rethinking who they blessed with strength. The audience grows quiet as they wait to see if Essa is capable of raising the axe a second time. A clink of metal among the crowd stills your attention. Just rows behind you, you can make out the uniform of the King's Guard. A couple of guardsmen have paused to watch the event, looking out of place among the festivities in their heavy armor. Get on with it! Shouts someone from the crowd.
Let her be. I'm standing watching like, let her be. It does take time. It's not all just muscle.
Essa laughs it off and goes to swing again, but the action is cut short by a blood-curdling roar from the boarded-up animal pen.
No, the bear!
There is stunned silence for a moment before the roar comes once again, far louder than last time. A wave of darkness bursts through the beams of the fence, shattering them and sweeping through the crowd and knocking everyone to their feet. An oppressive feeling of negativity looms down on you. The shadows suddenly icy cold. Weakness seeps into your bones. You have felt this before. The oppressive nature of a grind monster.
Oh, I know that feeling.
Make a spirit skill roll. The target is 5.
Me?
Both of us.
Ah.
Alright, you roll with disadvantage.
9.
And that's without my special spirit medallion.
Yeah, I got a 3 with it.
Yeah, 4 or below, roll with disadvantage for your turn order. Result 5 or above, roll normally for your turn order.
Okay.
An intimidating growl reverberates in the air as you look up, spotting a creature crawling from the old animal pen.
Nope,
Black
don't be
as
the bear.
ink,
Don't be the
its
bear.
form leaking darkness into the shadows around it as two
thank God
blank
it's not the bear.
pinprick eyes of white strike through the form. It reveals its teeth in a sinister smile, prowling forward on all fours before coming to stand taller than any person. Sharp claws ready to make its first strike. The bear from the cancelled final event.
Damn it! Wait! Looks like bear wrangling's back on the menu, boys!
Alrighty,
Good Good sir, may I borrow that axe?
Alright, so we have a little map here to play on.
I would just suggest we use that map very lightly with pencil.
Yeah, you're over here.
Yeah.
Because you have finished cleaving the rocks.
So Fras is there.
And I would be over here in the crowd, I think.
That's so. Yeah. And there's some guards.
And the bear is over there. Okay.
And the bear as well.
Cool.
Wait. Player, that's what they are.
Ah. Gotcha. Alright.
Sass. And, yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So these are our opponent's abilities.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the...
Oh, okay. When it's got that many hit points, that's what it'll do. If it's injured, that's what it'll do. Woof, it's got a lot of hit points.
Yeah, it's got 30 hit points that we have to...
We've got 25 apiece, though. Well, yeah.
And there are 4 guards who will also...
Help, I
assume? Roll for your opponent's turn order. Okay, who wants to roll for... Hey, chat, would you like to roll for the bear?
Yeah, Jack, can you roll us a d6, please?
Exclamation mark, roll space 6.
And how many... What's the bear's awareness? Or is it finesse? It's the first time we've done combat in this.
Yeah,
so.
this is the first combat. So I might take...
I kind of liked that it was hinting at that this is what it would be, but it didn't...
Oh, you get to wrestle the bear after all.
Yeah. I love that I've been leaning in on that this whole time. Alright, rolling turn order.
Arcane...
It's 1d6 plus awareness.
Okay, so the bear rolled a 2.
Got a 2 from the bear.
Cool. You are rolling yours with disadvantage.
A 2. 5 or a 6.
Plus 2, so
Hell
7.
Yeah.
So you're probably going for this. I just roll normally.
I am up for this. You got a 5
I got a
plus
6.
6, okay.
So
Sassa goes
you,
6.
me, the bear.
Do the guards help?
Assume the guards help. Because they're listed there. 4
Yeah,
guards.
Right. Sit it up.
That's facing out the competition.
Yeah, but you did that.
Yeah.
So read that. Did you not read that?
I read that, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what led into this.
Right, okay.
Is there like a basic kind of... Go to the back of the book. Is there like a...
No, that's the character sheet.
Back of this book, perhaps.
What are you looking for?
Oh, what the guards can do, I guess. Or is it just other people for it to attack?
Storytelling for your character. Skill rolls.
Items.
Combat map in the book. Suggested layout of the battlefield. You can place your characters within the battlefield where the beginning point is marked. Yep. Turn tracker for the contests. Some contests, whoever has the highest score goes in the highest available space. Yep. I don't think the guards attack.
Okay, I guess we'll just have them take damage then.
Yeah.
They're there, they're marked on the map.
Is that the guards?
Yeah. There's
Oh,
a
okay.
G. That's their swords.
Right, sure. I thought they were flags.
Actually, you go to the fighter.
Are you sure they're guards?
Yeah, the tiny little G on each one.
No, my love, that's a flagpole.
That's a tiny little...
Well, all the others are circles with something in it. I'm pretty sure those are just flags. It's just wood grain. It's a pole.
Okay.
There's also all of them, the others are in the center of a square, and these are random shapes. Yeah, and the guard, I don't know why the guards have hit points. The fight is over. Politely introduce yourselves. rudely refuse. Show the bear mercy, put an end to the creature. I think it's just us and the bear.
Okay.
Fancy. People around you have been hit by the gloom of the grime and are wiped out for the combat.
Oh.
Right.
There we go. Hello by firelight. And a good day to you as well.
Hey, buddy. So yeah, the guards are out, but they're okay. There's 4 of them. They have 30 hit points apiece, but
they're not doing anything.
But they're
right
not
now.
doing anything. Right.
Right. All right. Let us attack the bear.
Cool.
We're the only ones strong enough to resist. I feel special.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that I went. I was at disadvantage and still went. You're the only one strong enough to resist.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
What would you like to do?
I'm gonna staggering swing. I'm gonna. I think I also have. I've got a really quite a novel weapon. I've got a chain blade. So I've got a blade on a chain, and I pull it out and I sort of start swinging it and lash it out, and it wraps around the bear's legs.
Nice.
So roll strength against its awareness.
Okay, I'll roll for the bear. So it's 5.
8.
8.
Versus its awareness is 0.
Yes.
Yes.
So yes, you defeat its awareness.
1d6 damage for each point beaten by.
3.
Nice.
3d6s of damage to the bear.
Not great. That's 8.
8 points of damage. So,
I'll make a note here.
so the bear has gone down
8 points.
to 22 points.
22.
Yes, le gasp.
Yeah. Take that, you filthy bear! And I'm like restraining it, like using the chain to try and trip it. Now, let me just check this, because I actually may have been slightly too bold there. Because is that a melee attack? Brawler.
You probably just had to rush
Stagger
forward.
swing, it is melee.
Well, you'll have to go up next to the bear.
Well, then I do, but I'm quite a long ways from it.
Well, how far can you travel?
Potentially 2. So I get to, like, there.
You tried.
Yeah.
See what? You can only. We don't have a set movement. We can only move.
No, you said you roll you move the amount you roll.
That was for the race,
Oh.
not generally.
Oh, in which case, I move over to the bear.
Yeah, that was just for the race.
Oh, okay. Sure. In which case I go over to the bear.
Go. You strike the bear most roughly. Oh, movement also works like that. There you go.
Oh, so I was right.
You don't strike the bear.
I don't strike the bear. That'll happen later. I'm going to keep it because it was all fairly done. But it's your game, so you can use the rules you'd like. I'd like to I think at the very beginning that'll be where I'd start, because this is the starting suggestions.
Yeah, you run straight for the bear.
I'm here, so Fras is there. Yeah.
You
it's
are
handy having you here, Fights and Fancy. Thank you.
Alright. Cool.
Fras, anytime. No, that's me. Sassa, anytime. I'm like holding back the bear with this chain blade that's dug into one of its legs.
I will roll movement to see.
And I like pat it on its back like normally. I'm not normally this violent when I do this.
Cool. I will vault over the bunting and run forward. So I'm now like I have moved.
Moved?
Because I just rolled my movement -4, so that's enough to get in front of the stone setup. So I'm over here.
Okay.
You can see it's there. And I am going to use a magic orb to blast this bear.
Blast him.
With a ball of magical light. And I'm just going to double
2
check.
points of ability points spent.
Yes, let me just quickly find the actual, yes. Is a blast of magical light. So the bear will need to roll a guard, and I will roll spirit. So
what does it look like when you do that?
It is Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, okay. So I got a 5 for the bear.
The bear's guard.
Oh, this is all the bear. That's not guards.
It's the bear's guard.
That's what confused us.
Oh, it's so obvious now. I feel like such a fool.
They're separated out.
And I saw guard and I thought it meant the guards. No.
Yeah, we both thought that. Its guard is 4, so it got a 9. Which is pretty good. And it has 30 hit points.
And I have to beat it.
I was about to say, because it feels like guards shouldn't have as many hit points as a bear.
Yeah. Okay. So I need to beat it with my spirit roll.
4 plus...
8.
That's 8. Not...
Nope, I miss. The ball of light.
It tanks the damage.
Shoots past the bear.
I think it shoots into this grimed bear, and the bear just sort of absorbs it.
Yes, the light is swallowed up by the shadow, and the bear seems unaffected.
All right, it's over 15 hit points. Roll what the bear does.
Dun, dun, dun. 5.
No good. Melee. Roll strength against the character's guard. This is me.
Bear claws.
If successful, roll 1d6 damage. All right. Well, my guard is 7.
Well, I will roll
and
the bear
is strength 2.
8. You get clawed, man. You want to?
No, I don't. 7 plus 2.
Ha ha ha.
9. It was like, no good. Boom! And it just, the claw just smacks me in the head. And I go flying, but I don't take any damage from it. I'm like, ow! Ow!
It rings you like a bell.
Oh, okay, yeah. Good hit, buddy. Nice. All right. And then I'm actually just gonna stand up and... Yeah, I'm gonna... say, you're looking a little hungry there, fella. Looking a little sick. Ha! And try and shove a whole bunch of poisonous herbs down its mouth. It sort of roars at me, and its mouth opens really wide, and I just... Ah!
Alright. So does it have to roll a defense?
It rolls its strength against my awareness.
Okay.
I just got a 7.
7? So it's got to be a... So I need to roll a 5.
Yes!
It does not resist, and its poison is shoved down the bear's throat.
1d6 damage every turn for the next 3 turns.
Roll a d6 of damage for the bear.
Oh, 1. I do really well on the hits and then never...
So the bear is now down to 21 hit points.
Yep.
But it is about to hopefully get...
Sassa, anytime! I now have my arm in its mouth. Swallow! Come on! And I'm holding its nose, like, come on! Swallow!
It's massaging the gullet.
Yeah.
Come on! Cool. I am going to cast another magic orb.
That was 2 AP from me as well.
Towards the bear. So I'm rolling spirit, it's rolling guard.
Mm-hmm.
Could you roll the bear's guard, please?
Sorry.
9. Bloody hell, I need a 6.
Can I toss you back your medallion?
I think that would be a little on the eye. I'm in the...
Sassa!
The grimy shadow swallows my magic orb, and you hear Sassa like swear in several different languages. Because being a scholar, she knows a lot of languages. So you hear, it's like, shit, scheiße, murder!
You think?
Okay, it is the bear's turn again. Roll a d6, what does the bear do?
5 again.
It's gonna try and claw you again.
Ah! Fortunately, it doesn't bite down.
So strength. So you roll a strength for the bear.
You're...
Oh, sorry, I'm the bear, aren't I?
2, good.
4?
Yeah, it straight up can't.
Yeah,
I just tank it. I got a 12.
Yeah,
oh my god.
That bear's grind claws.
It bats at me, and I'm like, no! And I sort of catch it on the forearm, like, stop it! And then I just punch it in the stomach a couple of times.
The bear's like,
yeah, this is how we do some wrangling! I've got this! Wow, hey Omi.
Thanks for the resub.
Bloody champion.
Sup, nerds? How was your weekend? Oh, we did Barbenheimer.
We did Barbenheimer.
Well, we did Oppenbarbie, really, because we did Oppenheimer first.
Yeah.
We went and saw Barbie. And they were both great for very different reasons.
Very, very good. Yeah, the people we saw it with were firmly of the opinion that Barbie was the better movie. I'm just like, look, it's unfair to compare them, I think.
It's really hard to compare them. Like, in terms of, like, Oppenheimer's one of those
quality of
movies
filmmaking.
like Oppenheimer was incredible. I'll probably will watch it again.
Yeah.
But I suspect I will rewatch Barbie
More
times than I'm gonna rewatch Oppenheimer.
Yeah. Very, very good.
Yes. But it is your turn again.
We're fighting a bear.
We're fighting a bear.
I'm wrangling a bear. You can be fighting it.
I'm
You're
fighting it.
not fighting it.
I'm not fighting it. I
You're
keep missing
it. Auto 1d6 damage each. Do you want to do that?
Do I?
The origin, our backstory move. Auto 1d6 damage each and roll with advantage.
Yeah, but then I have to get into melee range.
And do double damage.
I don't have melee.
Okay. A bear fight, yes. I had a busy weekend with D&D and my birthday. Happy birthday, Omi!
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
From all of us to you, we wish you happy birthday and hope you have one too. Happy birthday, may all your dreams come true. I don't remember the rest.
We wish it was our birthday so we could party too.
Yeah.
Okay,
alright.
It's your turn.
Then, yeah, I'm gonna clasp my hands together and just knock its head. Like, this is another staggered swing.
Yeah. You strike the bear. Well, you try to strike the bear.
Yeah.
The bear will roll its strength.
It's guard. Oh no, it's strength versus awareness. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
6. Do you have any pluses to awareness?
It's my strength versus his awareness.
Oh, okay. So the awareness is 6 and strength
8.
Excellent. Yeah, you're gonna hit that bear.
1d6 for each point beaten by, plus another d6 for the deadly nightshade that it's still trying to swallow. That I forced down its mouth last time. That is another 9 damage.
Excellent. That takes it down to 12. Which means it is now on its lower ability. The bear's not looking good, and I haven't done anything yet.
Yeah, this is all me, baby. You know what, actually, Sass, I've got this. If you want, you can just, just chill.
You know what, I'm going to change tactics, because I keep missing it. So I am going to use my Blooming Restraint.
Love it. Love it. It wasn't Dan's birthday, no.
This is an auto-succeed.
Nice. Always a good idea to have one of those.
At least I'm pretty sure it's an auto-succeed. Let me double check, because it is outpost combat. I don't want to balls it up too badly.
So, Omi, we are playing Of Fights and Fancy, which is a DMless 2-player roleplay game. It is... I don't even want to call it D&D Light, because it's not really. This is the character sheet. It's actually, I would say, closer to Easy D6 in terms of style. Not just because it uses almost exclusively D6 dice. But yeah, it is simple, but with a narrative focus. It's honestly quite a surprising narrative focus. It leaves a lot of spaces for you to do your own storytelling, for you to do your own role-playing, and also sort of prompts you for it occasionally, which is nice. I really like it. It works. It works quite nicely, works quite well. I'm glad we've had the people who wrote it in chat.
Yes, that's been very helpful.
A couple of times.
Stopping by, guys. We really appreciate it. Because we're like, wait, how does this work?
Yeah.
You just read a stat and decide that that's a whole other character and get really confused for 5 minutes.
Yeah. Got a link to share for it? I do.
Yeah.
And it is available and very reasonably priced for digital download. Head on over to thefightsandfancy.co.uk.
You can't be bothered waiting for it to arrive.
But they are also, if you want the physicals, very pretty. The inside is all black and white, but the artwork is varying styles. So I'm going to assume more than one person did it. They are also string bound, which we keep bringing up because it's so cool. It's neat. And there's the binding on the inside, you can see. But yeah, a Manchester-based company and bloody lovely. We have been introduced to them by the wonderful Mike Moans. And Mike actually donated one of their D&D starter kits for our charity last week. Yeah, last year.
For the,
Nice. My Druids player has been looking for something like this. Oh yeah, cool. Yeah.
It's just super pretty.
And it comes with booklets to read, so you can but it's not a solo. No. I would say you want 2 people for it.
Otherwise it'd be a little bit boring as well.
Yeah.
Doing it by yourself.
Mm.
But anyway, so Sassa has thrown 2 balls of light at the bear and has missed twice. She's pissed. So instead she spreads both hands, palms out, and the ground around the bear just suddenly becomes incredibly verdant green.
I'm imagining this sigil, this arcane sigil on the ground around her, and then her hair goes proper Super Saiyan. As this light and dirt comes up from the ground as she's channeling this, and then this crack of light travels along the ground between her and the bear, and then the earth sort of grasps up like a pair of claws.
Hey, it's my spell.
Sorry, I'm sorry. You do it.
This is all very cool, but it's my spell, so calm down. So yeah, the light reaches the bear and just everything gets extra super duper lush. It gets a really lush green of new growth.
Yeah.
And tendrils just burst out of the ground and wrap around the bear's limbs, holding it in place.
Shut up!
And its guard is now reduced by 3 and it can't move.
Nice.
So I might be able to hit it next time I try to shoot the bastard.
Love it. If you kill still, I'm so angry with you.
But it is now the bear's turn.
What's it gonna do? 6.
Malice's grip.
Oh dear.
Characters must make a spirit skill roll.
Oh dear.
Basically, it's going to try and make us feel really bad.
Okay, I have a +1 to this. 3.
You take 2d6 damage as a feeling of cold dread grips you.
Oh, 7. That's a lot. It's a lot.
And I sail through that with an 8, so I'm fine. And this is really fun to die as well.
Not nice.
I'm gonna play it as the bear almost vibrates in the shadows.
I'm like, I punched it in the mouth and it turns around and just roars in my face. I'm like, oh god, oh, that's reeks.
I don't remember all the times I was really embarrassed as a kid.
Actually, that is what happens. Yeah, I just taken back to the burning house.
Aww. Your parents dying and fire.
And I'm just sort of stunned by it for a minute. And then nobody makes me remember my dead parents but me!
And it's your turn, so you can try and strike the bear again.
Yeah. It's gonna be staggered swing again.
Okay. Swing at the bear.
Come on. It can't. I got a 6. It can't beat
6
me.
6
plus 3.
And what am I rolling to defend? Awareness, which is only +1. So yeah, I literally can't beat you, but...
That's
2, yeah.
So much damage. Because it's... So 2 versus 9, I get 7 d6s. +1 for the Deadly Nightshade.
That's ridiculous.
That's 3 6s.
Do you want to math a little? I think you've killed the bear.
18.
Yeah, you've definitely killed the bear.
24. 28. 32.
Yeah, the bear is dead.
So I basically... it roars in my face, and I just reach up and grab it and just twist its neck.
Okay, I have to read the next bit now.
And I put it in a headlock and let's go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
The final blow. You come to deliver the final blow on the grimed bear, ready to bring the fight to its end and keep the villagers safe when your eyes lock with the pitiful creatures. No longer white and thoughtless, you see the reflection of yourself in their dark orbs. It looks ready to accept its fate. Do you choose to put an end to the creature or show the bear mercy?
My instinct is, what do I know about the grimed? Would this is it going to be okay now? Have I made it not grimed by basically choking it out? I think I'd show it mercy. I love bears.
Okay. You drop your weapon, crouching by the creature's side. The bear, still struggling against the grime's thirst for blood, lets out pained noises. Despite this, you reach out a hand to smooth back the bear's fur, gently stroking the creature as its legs give out beneath it. You stay the creature in silence, stroking its head and snout as it takes its final breaths. Do you say anything to the bear as it leaves this plane of existence?
It was a good wrangle, buddy. It was a good wrangle. Yeah. You got a hell of a right hook.
The fight is over. The shadows of the cliff begin to creep away as the dreadful feeling leaves the area. Around you, the crowd slowly gathers themselves back together, shaken by the sudden disturbance and events. Esther and the blacksmith look at you both with awe, having witnessed the event firsthand. Before either of you have a chance to open...
This is why you should have a bear wrangling contest. It's good, isn't it?
But either of you have a chance to open your mouths. The king's guardmen have pushed their way to the front of the crowd and have drawn their weapons in case the bear leaps back to life. Who are you? I want your names, the lead guardsman barks, allowing you a chance to introduce yourselves. So we can politely introduce ourselves, or we can brutally refuse.
I hold up a finger. I was like, in a minute.
Hi, Sassa. That's Fras. We dealt with this sort of thing before.
And yeah, I'm just having a minute with my buddy the bear. It's like just stroking it, because it made me remember my parents, including my dad, who wrangled bears.
We've ended up with this real emotional connection to this bear.
This is my main arc now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just there.
We need to get you a bear embroidered on your new tunic.
Josh, I love you. I love this one. You'll love this one. 2 sessions ago, my players got ambushed by the Hag Coven, flying in the dead rock, and sent a couple of packs of shadow mastiffs and a flame skull that was made from an acquaintance of the druid. You monster.
Right. Tourists? The guardsman looks towards the blacksmith. He nods. There are not many who can count themselves among those who have survived a fight with the grimed. You have wounds, and will need to have them looked at for any traces of contamination. He nods to another woman in uniform who comes over to tend to your wounds.
Actually,
from another guard.
Sassa didn't get hurt at all, and
I'm fine.
and honestly, neither did I. It was it was a bit psychologically upsetting, but I'm actually completely fine. It's why you wear this very fine tunic.
It's great, it's lovely. And Harrow's just like, because my mum did that.
She did. Very talented lady.
But
you can look like the main damage is mental. Oh, good.
Yeah. We are cleared medically. On behalf of the king, I must request your cooperation and insist you accompany us to the capital. This kind of activity will be something the Royal Council will want to hear about, and your efforts to overcome the grimed were uncanny. You might be able to teach the king's army a thing or two about resisting these fiends. Least of all, you should be due a reward for your bravery in protecting these people today. He holds out a hand for you to shake if you choose to, and removes his helmet, revealing a young red-headed man beneath who offers you both a salute. You may call me Sir Martin. I am indebted to you for your help here today. Session end.
I shake his hand.
Oh, I will.
I wouldn't have shaken it if he hadn't taken the helmet off.
Yeah.
I'm like, Fras, Perella. And as I drop the name Perella, I reckon his eyes just narrows a little bit, like
the bear wrangler.
Fras Perella.
Was your father also Fras Perella?
No.
The bear wrangler?
No.
I don't know what your dad's name is. Whatever your dad's name is. The incredible bear wrangler.
Sven.
Don't touch Martin, he's a ginger! As a part ginger, I resent that.
You're not.
I am part ginger, my mum's a redhead.
Doesn't work like that.
I'm a little bit ginger, I look a little ginger in this light. I'm technically a dirty blonde, but...
My father was Sven Perella.
The famous bear wrangler.
Yeah, he taught me a thing or two, fortunately.
Alright. Our characters have a moment of rest and downtime after their efforts in Ivyfell. We can use this break in between sessions to discuss
any conversations that characters might have on the road to the capital, as well as any parting words you have with any of the people in Ivyfell. You can also choose to spend this time writing any character journals or reflecting on your character's internal thoughts. End of session rewards. Your character's ability and hit points return to maximum. We get a further 10 hit points and a further 5 ability points. And we can choose one ability from the list below. Cleave, which is 3 excuse me, 3 ability points. You bring your weapon down with brute strength, chopping your way through the enemy's defense. Roll strength skill against the opponent's guard. If successful, roll 1d6 damage and halve the opponent's guard for the next 3 turns.
Wow.
Resilience, 1 ability point. You have learnt how to be tough in the face of adversity. Spend your turn focusing your energy and shrug off the problems facing you. You can cancel any effects the opponent has placed on you. Go first. There you go.
I think I'd take Cleave.
Well, how about I take resilience then?
Yeah. I'm the damage dealer, you're the tank. Collected.
Oh, and that is the end of the session.
Please.
Just for fun, the final page of the book is called So You Died. The darkness swallows you whole, sending you down into a sinking feeling. As you drift deeper and deeper into the realms of unconsciousness, lights begin to blink one by one into existence. Before you know it, you are floating in a realm of stars, the constellations swirling around you as an overwhelming sense of peace fills you. There is quiet understanding in the atmosphere around you, and you feel safe. A soft voice comforts you as the whisper reaches your ear. Are you ready to go yet? Or does the world demand more from you? And then you have to roll a d6 to find out what happens. So
2.
So if you roll a 1, the darkness cradles you off to your eternal slumber, if you let it. 2, strength returns to you. Roll 2d6, choose one result for your restored HP and the other for your restored AP. You drag yourself away. 3, you drag yourself away from the realms of death. Return to the battlefield with 1 HP for another chance. 4, the gods seem uncertain about letting you leave. You remain dead for this turn and can roll again next turn. 5, you make one final act. Choose an ability and deal the highest damage available against your opponent before death.
Wow.
6, you sense the blessings of the cosmos. Return to battlefield with fully restored HP and AP.
Wow.
This is a really cool little thing.
Yeah, it's lovely.
I really like this.
So it's 1d6 damage and next and half.
And you halve their guard. Yeah, and you halve the opponent's guard for 3 turns.
That would play well against with what you have as well. Your primary attacking ability. Like that, the Deadly Nightshade played as well.
That was cool. You literally just shove your arm down the bear's throat to poison it.
But then that massive staggered swing at the end. Just like, I did all of its damage in 1 hit.
Yeah. That was pretty dope.
Just I rolled max and it rolled min, and I'm just like, oh boy.
Cool.
Though I don't think I would have knocked it out in a single blow if I hadn't had the Deadly Nightshade on it.
Yeah, because that weakened it. And I just pinned it down as well. So
And you...
I know! Helped! I didn't really, but I was there too.
It was very satisfying.
I gave you the spirit medal, so
You
your
did.
spirit rolls didn't completely suck.
Except that they still did.
They
I
still
still,
sucked,
still
but
failed
you tried.
both
You
the
tried.
2 I made. Well, there you go. That's Get Wrecked Scrub. Yeah, exactly.
Yes, perfect chance for a Beyond the Grave kill.
Yeah.
Honestly, I know it's a bit of a cliche device, but I love the person getting in, one last boss moment before they collapse dead. It's very satisfying, narratively speaking.
Yeah. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us this evening. That was super fun. We'll be back next week
Yeah.
for section 2, the Quartz Capital, which is going to be fun.
So-
After Ivyfell's festivities, you are both whisked away by the king's men. What is in store for each of you, and where does this road now lead? I'm just mildly curious. What would have happened if we'd said, no, fuck off, I don't want to go to the capital?
You still go to the capital.
Rudely refuse. Yeah, they just take you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what Martin looks like.
Yeah, there's a picture of Martin.
There's Martin.
Nice looking guy.
Yeah. Session end. Yeah, okay. So you don't get a choice in the matter.
Yeah, they're taking you.
You're going. There isn't even an option to say no.
It's like, no, thank you, I'm staying here.
It's like, this is a call to adventure. You will fucking go.
Fights and Fancy, thank you for playing session 1. It's a passion project for both me and my partner. Aww.
Well, Fights and Fancy,
so
you keep
sweet.
doing it because
It's really good.
I want to keep playing it. Yeah. Should be happy to hear you like her art. I do like her art. Yeah. Yeah.
The whole design is just really cute. It's really nice. It's tactile as well. It feels.
Yeah. It's really cool to have this, be able to have this connection with the people who wrote it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because this is the third or fourth game that we've reviewed that we actually know the people who made
We've
it.
actually been in touch with the people who did it. So it's really cool.
If
Especially when you're misreading the instructions and going, I don't know what I'm supposed to do, and then they hop in chat and are like, this is it. And we're like, oh, thank you.
They ship internationally. Good. Excellent. Well, they must do. We got it. We're in Australia.
Which is famously not in England. That was the whole point.
For everyone involved. So yeah. Fights and Fancy. I will send you a link in Twitch Whispers to the YouTube of last week's episode if you are interested. So that you can have a look, and yeah, people. If you wanted to attach it to the store page or whatever, you're very welcome to. And this one will be up on our YouTube, !YouTube, in the next few days. We actually are legally obliged to not put it up for 24 hours.
Wait 48 hours.
No, it's just 24
Just 24 hours. 24 hours. Okay, 24 hours, and then it'll be on the YouTube.
Yeah.
But yeah, the one from last week when we did the character construction
Is up
in
there.
the first part where I won the drinking contest.
I'm also really liking these characters. They're actually quite fun to play.
Well, I think we did ourselves a service by basing them on Castlevania because we both really enjoyed Castlevania. So.
Yeah. And it gave us a little bit of extra sort of we knew a little bit more about them from the beginning. But yeah, I loved the getting to know the character bits.
Where you were by the bonfire and you're just having your memories kind of triggered by what's happening around you. It's very cool.
If I had any notes at all, it may help having watched us not understand a couple of things. Movement was not specified.
Or at least if it was, we missed it. So
Yeah,
I might go
we
back
may
and
well
see.
have missed it.
It may have been there and we just didn't realize.
And whether or not you have any money to begin with also
Yeah.
isn't specified. I appreciate not overloading people.
Yeah.
And it's a really fine line to tread. And how movement works. It's sort of like you're introduced to it with the barrel chase.
Yeah. That's kind of cool, actually, where they give you a little game that.
This is
actually
how
helps
this
you
works.
Understand the mechanism.
Yeah, that's smart. And it presumes, but of course, why wouldn't you go for it? But it presumes that people will go for all of these competitions.
You could be really uncooperative with the game and just be like, I'm not doing any of that.
But what's the fucking point if
Yeah,
you're going to do that? It was like, no, I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to do that. But also lean in because your character will get better. If anything, I feel we're a little over-leveled now.
We did too well.
Well, because where's my character sheet gone?
I don't know. I think you put it away, didn't you?
Did I? Oh yeah, I did. Because we are now at... I now have 35 hit points.
But hey, it might get significantly more dangerous next
Well,
time.
one assumes. Because now the king wants us to fight the grimed for him. Lazy bastard.
No, we've just proven ourselves worthy.
Oh, we proved our worth, have we? I also adore that the kit comes with pencils.
Yes. Comes with everything you need.
Everything you want. Did it say that you also increase your... Why am I asking you? I've got the book. Why am I asking you?
You never know, you might need it in the future. Mwahaha, yes, exactly. Try to kill us. I love it.
Did I get 100 gold pieces for winning the competition?
I guess so, because you did win.
Yeah. Result. put an end to the creature. You deliver the final blow, ending the creature's life and witnessing as the darkness and shadow surrounding the bear dissipates, disappearing into the thin air and leaving the bear's body behind. It's over. Grime is gone, and it cannot hurt anyone here anymore. Warmth returns to the air. So one way or t'other, it doesn't really have any mechanical... What you chose to do didn't have a mechanical thing. Yeah. Get on with it. Yeah, I guess I won.
Yeah, guess you get 100 gold pieces. Good for you, man.
Nice. Looks like dinner's on me tomorrow. Or maybe the king, actually. I think the king could probably stump his dinner. Gold. Yeah. I suppose that's another point is...
Oh, it does describe movement.
Does it? There you go.
It does. We just totally missed it.
Yeah.
There you go. To move, you roll a 1d6. Result tells you how many squares you can move. You can only move forward or sideways. Because moving diagonal is technically 2 moves.
That's right. I remember this. Yeah. We did read it.
Some abilities require you to be ranged away from your opponent, which is ranged, and obviously you have to be standing behind them for melee.
I did remember that.
Yes,
yeah.
because you can't split the movement up with your ability. You can't move, do something, then move again.
Yeah.
You have to move. Yeah.
Which
So
begs the
it is
question.
there. We just didn't say. We just forgot.
You'll gain items through your adventures. These are benefits to the owner, and yada yada yada. These
I feel like
abilities.
technically we didn't have any money.
Yeah. I imagine we just didn't start with any. Yeah, because there is ways to acquire money.
Yeah, we just
before that
never
event.
won money.
We just didn't get money. We got biscuits.
Got biscuits and tunics instead of money. So technically we didn't get breakfast. We just,
Yeah.
watched.
And I imagine you're supposed to put the gold in your inventory. Yeah.
But we've got loads of money now.
Yeah.
Take 100 gold pieces and eat all the breakfast we could ever want.
Well, that's super lovely. Yeah.
And
We just invalidated 2 of our 3 notes. That's what a good job they did.
Yeah!
Um,
It's like, hi. It's like, it's me.
it's more...
Us.
We're the problem.
Hi, the problem is us.
Yeah. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us this evening. It has been excellent fun. But thank you very much, Fights and Fancy, for a wonderful little game.
Thank
we'll be
you,
back.
Mike, for sending that over to us.
Yes.
It's been so
Shout
much
out
fun.
at Mike. He's not in chat, so I can't.
It's
Well,
called Bite Modes. He sent it across to us.
Yeah.
Because he's a awesome dude.
bloody legend. Keren, do you want to quickly mention the Ukraine?
Yes, you may have heard about the war in Ukraine. It's been a bad time. If you have any money that you are in a position to donate, you can use the link in chat to donate to the Emergency Action Appeal. This is an Australian-based collaboration between charities and not-for-profits. You can basically choose who you want to donate to, and then, follow the link, follow the prompts, and it all goes to support Ukrainian refugees, which is amazing. If you're in a position to do so.
Bloody champions.
Yeah,
Thanks very much.
We'll be back on Thursday for
Yep.
Humblewood.
We will both be back on Thursday for Humblewood, and then Monday night with more Midnight and Madness, and then next Tuesday we'll be back for more of this.
Because we've got a whole other book
We've got a second book. We've got the Quartz Capital to play through. Heck yeah! And then we have to put a lot of pressure on Fights and Fancy, make a third and more. But yeah, I reckon we're just going to keep doing it. So yeah, thanks very much, guys. We will drop a raid now, I think. Who have we got? We have It's Fate's Grip.
Sure.
We like It's Fate's Grip.
Doing some Dungeons and Dragons.
Or I tell you what, we could raid Mike Moans.
We could go raid Mike
Let's just
Moans,
raid
actually.
Mike Moans.
That's very apropos.
That's appropriate.
Yeah.
All right. So this is my lovely wife, Keren, the Mother of Bunnies. I've been Josh the Pirate. You can find us here on Corsair's Cove, where we do stuff like this. You can also find us in the podcast There Be Dragons, where we play the infamous and deadly pirate Scan Felspar und his little dragon Hrosh und...
your friendly neighborhood dragonborn axe-wielding badass, Rylan Westwell.
That's right. We'll be back Thursday evening.
Say hi to Mike. Tell him thanks for the fights and the fancies.
Yeah. And we'll see you Thursday evening, guys. Say goodbye, Keren.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.